Spit stats like a tactician. Link breaking plays down, surging with precision. Scoob got the jokes, punchlines hitting crisp. Whole squad on the mic, call it audible bliss. Gritter and gospel. We the chapel of the huddle, global reach, Titan speak. Breaking every bubble from the turf to the booth. Knowledge stay colossal. Podcast the playbook, no room for apostle. Titans global, we break it, we mold it. Talking pigskin, the truth get unfolded. Max Link School, we the squad, we the code. Football mind sharp, taking you across the globe. Max drop jams, X's and O's like hieroglyphs. Link dissecting plays, no time for the myth. School, keep it raw. Laugh till you cry, huddle up. Titans talk, no flag, let it fly. Every league, every player, we dissect the grind. From the draft to the field, future stars in line. Whistles blow, helmets clash, stories untold. We bring the heat like cleats burning through the cold.
From kickoff to OT, every snap's a tale. Global Titans, we prevail, never stale.
What's up, Titans fans? Maximus Titan fan here, bringing you a live draft special, the first ever from the Titans Global Podcast. So we're here. What's up? What's up, Link? How you doing tonight?
What's going on? Good to see everybody. Little special edition of watching as they introduce the attendees right now. And we're going to get into a lot tonight. What happens after number one, because I think everybody knows what happens at number one. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment, get in the comment section. Want to know what you guys think. Do the Titans stay at 4? Do they drop back? Does Arizona drop back? I mean, what's your initial thoughts on the night? Like, what's the big surprise to you?
Yeah, and I want to hear from everybody. Shout out. I've already got a couple pre-show comments to throw up, but I appreciate that, guys. What's up? I think that's Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan? But yeah, let us know what you're talking about, what you're thinking about. We all know who's going first. It's all about who goes after that. Is it Reese? Is it Bailey? Is it Styles? The big conversation for me tonight is, are we going to see a big trade from the Cowboys? And is it going to be at number 3? Because that's who's, they're trying to get a deal done right now.
Yeah.
And I've already heard that they're trying to package like George Pickens in on that too. And I don't know if I really like that idea because of the character issues, but I definitely like the idea of a first round or a first wide receiver, number 1 true, and another first round draft pick for number 4. I'd definitely move down to 12 for that, but don't know if he fits.
Well, and I mean, I think when it comes to a trade, it really depends like what Arizona wants to do, because the Titans are the second call, right? Like it's Arizona first and then the Titans. So if Arizona thinks that Jeremiah Love is worth staying there at 3-4, I think that's going to be the most likely scenario for movement from the Titans. And I know that Dallas is, cutting a deal. Don't be surprised if there are other teams that are in this conversation. I'm telling you, I think they may not be moving to 3 or 4, but if something happens and Jeremiah Love stays on the board at 5 or 6, I think you might see the Rams try to make a move to get down, because that, I think this is so heavy on the front end with edge rushers. If teams really see the need to go defense, there's a situation where I think you see Bailey, Reese, and Styles go off one by one, back to back. And then that opens the door for somebody like Jeremiah Love to fall, and then gives somebody like the Rams an opportunity to move up. So I don't know. Yep. Where's your comfort level with the Titans dropping to? If it's not a Dallas, where do you see them? Where's your comfortability?
I mean, I don't really want to drop out of the top 15. I don't really like the idea of getting out of the top 15. This isn't a very stacked draft. I think if you're drafting outside the top 10, you're not guaranteed an elite player. So I don't know. I guess it depends on positional too, but I just feel like this is a very important draft to draft high in.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there is a little bit of a drop off after 10. I still think you have playmakers there. I mean, look. Yeah, Brazel could be a second-round pick and come in and immediately make an impact. Like, dudes like that have that. Like, Jermon McCoy, that's another one, I think, while we're on the subject of Tennessee, that's another one who I think might fall.
I would be okay with
reports. I mean, with reports coming out about he may possibly need another surgery, and you wonder how much of that is smoke and how much of that is true. You always see those types of stories come out. But I think there's a real possibility that a guy like Colton Hood moves ahead of a dude like Jermon McCoy, which could put him in the second round. So I still think there's a lot of talent if you're out of that top 10, but I still kind of agree with you that number 9 spot would definitely be ideal if there is a situation to move back in that.
Yeah, or 12. I'd feel comfortable with 12 too. I mean, if the Cowboys, even if we don't want George Pickens and we're like, nah, but we'll take your first 2 draft picks, your first 2 rounds. All right. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be upset at that. That's a nice haul.
And that's
even if they want to
the only way.
That's still fine.
Yeah, and no matter what, that's the only way I do it is if I'm picking up another first rounder. Like I'm not trading a first for a first and a player. I've got to have another first rounder because now you have the option to take a guy like is it Maganu, the offensive line out of Penn State. Like you can take at 12 because he's probably there, and then still get a guy. Maybe a Mekhi Lemon. Like, you never know. You know what I'm saying? If you can give me 2 solid talents versus 1 elite talent like a Jeremiah Love, I don't love it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I don't know. There's definitely if we're in the mid part of the round or close to that, like 12 or something like that, we definitely got some offensive linemen we could look at. But you brought up before McCoy. There's also, I don't like the idea of it, but Mekhi Lemon. There's a couple different ideas at that area. Maybe Caleb Downs, I mean, there's a couple different ways we could go if we get down into the mid, because that's where stuff just gets crazy. After like 6 or 7, the picks get extremely harder to, to try to predict because 1 or 2 trades or 1 or 2 people that get taken at places you didn't think they were going to get taken at. Now you're all the way off your, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's
Man, you mentioned Caleb Downs too. That's another hell of a story to me because this is a guy who I would have been, I think I said in one of our shows, I would possibly be okay with taking him at 4. Like this was a guy who was definitely a top 10, maybe a top 5. And now it feels like he might be between 10 and 15. That's interesting. I think that's a guy, like you said, that, if you're looking outside of that top 10, that's a dude who could definitely make an impact that might see a slip. That one's who in your mind is the best defensive player in this draft? Any position.
Man. Any position. The best defensive player overall?
Overall.
Oh, man. I would like to say talent-wise, that would probably be Caleb Downs, but I don't know, man. I also really, really like David Bailey. David Bailey.
I see the argument, and I would even go as far to say a guy like Sonny Styles. Like, I think within a year or 2, if he gets in the right system, I think Sonny Styles may be the best defensive player with the most Pro Bowls. Like, I just think he's such a do-it-all guy, and you can do so much with him and move him to different positions. Like, if there is a guy that Saleh is fighting for, it's Sonny Styles. I truly believe that. I think he would choose a guy like that over definitely a Reuben Bain, but even an Arvell Reese and a David Bailey. I truly believe that.
I'll be real with you here, man. If we take Sonny Styles, you might see me like lose my shit on the podcast.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That down on Sonny Styles.
Well, I mean, look, it's not that he's not talented, because he is. And it's not that he's not going to probably be a Pro Bowler, because he probably is. But he's also a linebacker. I know I'm the guy rooting for the running back to be taken at that spot. So, again, I see my bias there. But also the bigger point to me and the biggest stamp that lets me know that I think this is mostly smoke talking about Sonny Styles to the Titans is he's the only guy in the top 5, besides obviously Mendoza, that we didn't have on a 30 visit. So
yeah, that's fair.
And in NFL history, there has never been a top 5 pick taken, to my knowledge. Y'all can fact check me all you want. I fact checked the crap out of this for like 2 hours the other night and could not find one, but maybe there is one. But as far as I know, there has never been a top 5 pick taken without having a visit with the team privately. So I just feel like that says no.
Well, and here's the thing. If you stay at number 4, you're probably taking Jeremiah Love. And if you don't stay at number 4, Sonny Styles is probably off the board, right? So, I mean, I think that just the situation that presents itself just tells you that they're probably not in the market for a guy like Sonny Styles. But I do think it would be an interesting fit. Like if you told me that Sonny Styles was the next Fred Warner, which I know is the comp everybody gives him, like, I don't know, if you could get your next Keith Bullock, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I do.
That would be the goal.
I get
but
it.
At the same time, you definitely need help for Cam Ward. I think that's why Jeremiah Love is kind of just the overall pick for everybody, because you get a do-it-all guy. You get a slot receiver, you get a running back, you get a gadget player. One more thing I wanted to bring up. We got like 5 minutes before the actual start. What's your thoughts about Ty Simpson being at the draft? Do you think he's a first-round pick? Did he show up for nothing? Like, where do you think he lands? I mean, is he going to be sitting here tomorrow?
First-round pick.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I do think Ty Simpson is a first-round pick, and it's only because I think there are a couple teams that are quarterback needy, who have aging quarterbacks at the moment, that are definitely looking maybe not for the right now guy, but the guy maybe next year or the year after that. One of those teams being the Rams, who, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure I am. I heard a story earlier, but Ty Simpson, like when he was trying to figure out whether he wanted to get into the draft or not, the GM or the president of the Rams or whatever did a confidential meeting with him. I guess this is a normal thing. I don't know. I've never heard of this before. But anyway, he said, I believe he'll be a first-round draft pick. And I think he said that because the Rams would be a good fit for him. I mean, that's a place where he gets to sit behind a great quarterback and learn. You know, it's the best possible situation for a guy like that. So, do I think he's talented enough to go in the first round? No. But he's a quarterback. And the positional the position will give him more leeway than his talent would, if that makes any sense of what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it's the Rams. I do think you'd have an interesting dynamic there, kind of similar to the Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, even the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. And, you know, I think it would definitely be what's best overall. I just think the Rams are in such a win now mode. I see them taking another offensive weapon to try to get over the hump. Like, I think they know that their window is open for a short period of time, and I see them going all in on somebody. That's why I think they could be a potential candidate to move up. That being said, I think what I find interesting is going back to Aaron Rodgers. He has not given an answer on whether he is returning next season or not. The draft is being held in Pittsburgh. I think that the Steelers are a big player for a guy like Ty Simpson. I think that might be the plan for them moving forward, kind of similar to how, you know, you said that Stafford might be on the way out in the next couple of years. We don't know if Aaron Rodgers is back or not. So they may still need an answer at that position. But that's if he's there, because I think if there is a trade situation and Arizona moves back, I think that's the most obvious player. I think if they fall to a number 12, number 13 spot, I think Arizona's taking Ty Simpson. I think that's the most likely scenario.
I think you're right. I mean, I definitely don't agree with that. Is what Arizona wants to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, if it's presented to them in any way feasible, even if they have to go back further than they, you know, really wanted to, I don't think they have a number, you know, because it's like Ty Simpson's going to be there. You know, there's not a whole lot of teams out there trying to get Ty Simpson. So, and even if they do, well, that's okay. You know, I mean, you still got 2 or 3 other quarterbacks on the board that I think are just as good. in my
So
opinion.
to me, it sounds like a done deal, right? Like Cowboys move up to number 3, Arizona drops back, gets Ty Simpson, and then Titans take Jeremiah Love. Like that's how this night should go. Correct. We just want. I just want to put this out there. Cardinals
Yeah.
move back, Cowboys move up.
Yep.
You get Mendoza. It's probably Mendoza, Arvell Reese, or David Bailey. One of
those two. Yep.
Cowboys move up, take the other one, or Sonny Styles, one of the two. Titans get Jeremiah Love. Like that's how we want this night to go. That is a perfect picture.
Yes. I mean, in a nutshell, yes, that is exactly right. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. It is nice. But yeah, dude, that's exactly what we want to happen, or what I expect to happen anyway. I think that is exactly what will happen. Now, it is very possible that the Cowboys are trying to lowball the Cardinals, and the Cardinals decide to stick and pick and then try to trade back up into the first round to get Ty Simpson if he's still available in the 20s. So I don't know. It's draft night, man. You know, crazy stuff happens on draft night. You're still muted.
So let me throw a scenario. So let's say Mendoza goes 1. Let's say David Bailey goes 2. I think that's probably the consensus right now, unless it's been smoked. So let's say Arizona at number 3, they stay and take Jeremiah Love. Now, what do you do if you're the Titans in your perfect scenario? So Love's off the board, Bailey's off the board, Mendoza's off the board. Your top talents remaining would be Arvell Reese, Ruben Bain, Sonny Styles. What do you do at 4? Do you now try to trade back? Are you now calling teams to say, hey, come get Arvell Reese? Okay.
Yes, I absolutely would. And then if nobody bid, then what? I take Arvell Reese. Yeah. I mean,
look, there are worse situations, right? Like Arvell Reese he was touted as the number 2 player in this draft for a long time, up until really last week, it seems like.
And I still think that's smoke that they're saying the Jets don't want Arvell Reese.
So let's flip it.
Let's Bailey's visit. I don't think they're looking at any other player than Arvell Reese.
So let's flip it. So Arvell Reese goes to, now Bailey's there. Are you okay if Bailey's there and you can't trade back? You taking Bailey?
Yeah.
See, I think I take Sonny Styles over Bailey. I think if it's Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles, I go Arvell Reese. If it's Sonny Styles and Bailey, I think I go Sonny Styles. I'm just, look, man, I don't know.
Here's my thing, okay? We have a coach who is known for taking mid-round talent and making it Pro Bowl talent when it comes to linebacker positions. Yeah. So I don't feel like we should be spending a really high draft pick on a position that he is going to make good anyway. And it's not like we're hurting at linebacker, you know?
You're right.
We got some pretty good linebackers right now. So I don't know, man. I really, like I said, I really don't like Sonny Styles' pick to the Titans. That's I hate it.
It'd be fascinating. It would be fascinating.
If I'll say this, if that does happen, Mike Borgonzi has done the best fleece job of the offseason to all the media.
Agreed.
Because nobody before 2 days ago was talking about Sonny Styles to the Titans.
To be fair, go back to our last show. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you had your own take or whatever, there was not a horde of people saying Sonny Styles to the Titans until 2 days ago. And then a bunch of people jumped on that train. And the whole time I'm just looking at the train going, please, God, no.
It's just hard to ignore the measurables, right? Like what he did at the combine, it's hard to ignore. But I think whoever does get him, if he gets into the right system, just watch for this man to be a perennial Pro Bowl player. He has that opportunity. He has that skill set.
No, Bobby Andrews, I would not. Would you do that?
Nah, I wouldn't. I saw that. I thought about it for 2 seconds.
Man.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
I'm not big on Pickens. And look, here's the other thing, too. I think you're better off building your wide receiver room through the draft than you are in free agency. Like, I don't want to put a lot of ego heavy veterans around my young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Calvin Ridley is a good fit. I think just the same way Hopkins was a good fit when he was here. I just think there are some dudes out there that probably aren't great for a young quarterback, and Pickens strikes me as one of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yep, I totally agree. And I'll be honest with you, if it came down to, now that I'm thinking about it a little more clear, that I've had some juice, I don't think I would trade for 12 and Pickens now. Thinking about it. I mean, even without the culture, I mean, who's better?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Who's better for Cam Ward? Jeremiah Love or George Pickens? Now, I agree, Jeremiah Love or George Pickens and a 12th round, 12 overall pick would probably benefit him more than Jeremiah Love. But I still don't care. I'm not going to bring that into the house, and burn the house down or whatever, or make the whole bushel of apples go bad just because he's a punk bitch.
I like the idea of having a young quarterback with young receivers who can grow together. Now, I love the idea of having a veteran in that room to for guys to learn from. And I think Ridley, like I said, I think he's that good presence. That's why I'm honestly okay with them keeping them into next season. But I would much rather have young talent around Cam Ward than older talent. If that makes sense, I don't know. I would rather him build that connection with these guys together.
Yeah. Totally. Hey, you probably don't remember. You're probably too damn young. You ever watch old Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, every now and
then. Kevin Nielsen, you know who that is?
Nah.
Okay.
Not off the top of my head.
Anyway, he used to do a skit where he would just randomly be talking and just say hot sex to the lady as he's talking to her, hot sex, and just keep doing that over and over and over again, trying to like subliminally get her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think that's what I was doing with the Chris Brazzell. I just wanted to explain what I was doing. I don't know, my own mind. My bad, people. This is a very laid back show, by the way. If y'all have ever wondered what it's like behind the scenes, this is pretty accurate.
Yeah, pretty much. You're high on Brazzell. Like you're really hoping he's there too. So if the Titans move back and get
top 3
2 number 1 picks, and I mean you're not taking it. Let's say they move back to hypothetically 12 and what's the other Cowboys pick? Is it 12
29.
and 24, 29? Okay. Are you taking him at 12? You're not that high on him, right?
No. Well,
okay. I mean, if you're picking 12, and let's say I'm in a hypothetical world, you've got Caleb Downs is on the board, Brazzell's on the board, Sonny Styles is on the board. Between those 3 guys, and really, between those 2 guys, Caleb Downs, Chris Brazzell.
Yeah, I got to take Caleb Downs, man. I mean,
me too.
Okay. It's about talent. It really is, and I believe in Chris Brazzell's potential, but there is still that stigma that he has to get rid of, and until he gets rid of that in the pro games, nobody's going to believe he's good, except for people like me who's seen him perform. But I don't know. I think when we look back on this, if Chris Brazzell is taken by the Titans at 35. I think everybody will look back on this draft in 3 years and go, I can't believe he wasn't in the first round. I can't believe he wasn't a top 10 pick.
Wow. Okay. So if you're saying you can't believe he's not a top 10 pick, are you saying he's the best receiver in this draft?
I think him or Tate is, I mean, to me, it's arguable. As far as Lemon goes,
you think he's better than Lemon? I agree with you. I think there's an argument there with number 1, but number 2 with Mekhi Lemon.
Lemon is tough, man.
Yeah,
his tape is just sick. Yeah. I mean, it's sickening. It really is. Yeah. But when you look at Brazzell, though, I mean, he's elite in certain ways too, man. He had a drop rate of like 3.2% or something stupid like that.
I think I'm biased in the other direction because you've never seen these Tennessee receivers work out. Yeah, you've just never seen but I mean that's part of the
That's the
system
stigma.
too, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the things that made him so successful was being able to come back to underthrown balls. Like that, like literally, like that's what gave him a lot of success. And you could argue that Cam Ward's arm strength, he had a lot of underthrown balls last season. So that in itself seems like it would work. But I just look at the guys like Jalen Hyatt is a perfect example. Like this dude was unstoppable with Hendon Hooker as his quarterback. And then he gets to the Giants and he shows flashes here and there, but it just never pans out. You got Cedric Tillman, another great example. Like you just go back over the history of these dudes. Jawan Jennings he's had, again, flashes, but he's not a consistently good wide receiver. So Brazel just seems to fit that same narrative. Really good gadget guys and does this thing really well, but doesn't find that consistent success as a number 1, number 2 wide receiver.
I mean, the biggest thing you worry about when you come out of Tennessee is route running, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's usually the knock is that
right.
they don't have a good route tree, which I would argue that to an extent. Most of them are like just go or out route
cross or I'm very simple.
Post.
It's
I was gonna say
out quick. It's look here, get the ball out.
Go.
Like that's it. No, pretty much.
Very quick pace. Yeah. So I mean, I get it. I understand the knock. You know what I mean? I understand the stigma, but watching this guy play, like you said, the way he comes back for the ball, fights, he's big enough that he can box people out with his frame. He's fast enough that he can run by people at 4.3. He's tall, long, got like 39-inch arms. I mean, he had like a 46-inch vert or something stupid like that. I mean, the kid is just, man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to really be disappointed in a year or two if I'm eating crow on this one.
Hey, I want too. Like, I want a Tennessee receiver to work out in the NFL.
I'm just saying, man, like somebody was bringing up Zachariah Branch to me the other day, and I was like, I don't know, man, because I feel like we got him already in Tim Ray DK and in Robinson. We just signed a guy that does that. So, but I really like Chris Brazel, and he was like, dude, what the hell is it with you and Chris Brazel? He's like, I thought you were a Georgia fan, and I'm like, well, I am, but I mean, I live outside. I root for the Vols every week except for one out of the year. There's 1 week out of the year I say don't win.
I feel like it doesn't count, even if there is 1 week. I'm kidding.
But my point is that I watch them thoroughly. You know what I mean? There's not many players on the Vols teams or the offense that plays many plays that I don't know a lot about because I've watched it. Here comes the first number 1 pick. We don't know what it's going to be.
Shocker. Breaking news.
It'll be a shocker if it's anybody but him.
What if it is Arvell Reese? What if they just took Arvell Reese to go to pair up with Max Crosby? There it is, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Are we synced? Are you ahead?
You are slightly ahead of me. I noticed that earlier when they were talking in pre-show. I noticed that you were just.
I can actually beautiful thing. I can pause.
I do.
Pause.
I mean, you can't see it right now because you can't see my lower half, but I assure you, I do. I'm sorry. Like I said, this is a very laid-back, weird kind of show, And if you watch our normal stuff, this isn't the norm. But whatever, dude.
So we really haven't talked much about it because they got people by the pool. It is a party at the Mendozas. So we really haven't talked much about it because we kind of knew he was going number 1 overall. But what's your thoughts on Fernando? I mean, is he? It's really interesting because last year we were looking at this, like the people who were in Team Tradeback, myself included.
Oh, Drew Alon's going to be so elite.
Dude, it was look at next year's draft. Look who's coming out next year. And it is just crazy how that
look at all the quarterback talent.
Absolutely wild. So what's your thoughts on Mendoza? Does he immediately work out? He's a day 1 starter, that's a given. they did work to put a lot of talent around him. It looks like they are going to retain Max Crosby, so they still have a pretty spectacular defense. I mean, how does this pan out for him?
I think this is the most overhyped number 1 pick I have seen in a long time.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know, man. The tape is impressive. Like,
there is the game against Georgia. I think it was Georgia. No, Miami. I'm sorry. The game against Miami was thoroughly impressive. I'm not going to take anything away from him there. He balled out, and he put his body on the line for his team more than once. But, I mean, come on, man.
Dude, I think it's even more than that. Like, the clutch moments. Was it the Michigan game? What was the back end zone high point ball? Like, I think there's something there. Like, he's not perfect, but I think the Raiders are honestly kind of a good fit. Like, you have some weapons. You've got a good defense. I don't know. That's a division that seems a little bit more winnable than it has been in a really long time. Like, it was the the Chiefs and everybody else. Now that feels like kind of a winnable division with the Broncos down, the Chiefs down. So I don't know. It's interesting. I think his first year might be better than a lot of people expect.
So here's my thing. Okay, we were just talking about how much hype can change over a year's time. Because Drew Allar, Nussmeier, there was a couple of these guys they were talking about were going to be first-round picks this year that aren't even on the radar this year. So, but with that, you have to look at it the other way around too, because, you know, if I would have told you last year at this
time.
Pick
is in on the Jets. That was quick. Go ahead.
Fernando Mendoza, whatever his damn name is, Mendoza would be the number 1 draft pick and the best quarterback prospect, and that you would have laughed me out of the room, dude. You'd have been like an Indiana. What now? A Hoosier? Yep. What the hell's a Hoosier?
They got football up there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know they play basketball, but I didn't know they had football.
Yeah. No, yeah. And look, and that's I think that's the other really cool thing about Fernando is, like, you put a bunch of dudes together and he made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, this team was not built like Alabama builds and like Oklahoma and Tennessee. Like, this was built around a bunch of veteran players who just knew how to win. And I think that's what he's getting in Vegas is some veteran players who just want to win. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little surprised that the Jets did not have to think about this at all. That was in quicker than the Raiders pick.
Because they've known for months now that they're going to take Arvo
Reese. So it's Reese.
Yeah, it's Reese, man. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I could be wrong, but I feel like I've done more homework this year than I have ever done.
Interesting. Mel Kiper does have Jeremiah Love as the best player in this draft. And Sonny Styles is the 3rd best player in this draft on Mel Kiper's board.
There you go. Of course, Mel, you know, I don't really trust what Mel says anymore, man. He's getting old and he's losing touch. No offense, Mel. Not that you're watching my show or anything, but just saying.
The hole that he crawls out of for 2 months, every draft season, like, you know.
Dude, yeah, Adam Schefter is the killer right now, dude. He's the killer whale. Moby Dick, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, him and Rappaport. David Bailey. There he's clapping. There it is, man.
David Bailey?
There it is. That's what it looks like. Sure enough. I told you. All right, here we go. So, Bailey's off.
So, as far as I know, that is the first time a player has ever been drafted in the top 10 and not been put on a top 30 visit. So I've already been proven wrong there. I swear to God, if the Titans draft Sonny Styles, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm telling you, I think there's a real possibility if the Cardinals stay and take Jeremiah Love. We'll find out because it's either pick is in or they're down to the last 30 seconds and get a trade. So if the Cardinals stay and take Jeremiah Love, you've now got a decision between Arvell Reese Sonny Styles.
Oh my God, dude.
Or trade. Like, that's it. I don't know. Something in my gut tells me Arizona stays and takes Love here.
Oh my God. Everybody's texting me right now. Everybody's like, are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised, honestly.
The
top 30 visit is weird. The top 30 visit is weird, but
the fact that they canceled on him last minute like that, I mean, I just knew they were locked into Reese, man.
Yeah, they had their mind made up. They didn't even have to meet.
Maybe they were fleecing me. They did a good job.
Man, so so let's be real here. Okay, so does Arizona now look at Arvell Reese being there? I don't know.
Well, the question is now, does Dallas want to trade up? Because I feel like Bailey was their dude. I don't think Reese was their dude. I think it was Bailey. So now the question is, do the Dallas Cowboys even want to trade with Arizona?
4 minutes. I mean, if they stay, they're taking Love, right?
You would think so, yeah. Told you it's a laid back show, man. Y'all gonna see stuff.
I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous.
I am too. That's why I had to, man. I can't help it. I'm sweating. It's not even hot in here, but I'm sweating my ass off in this jersey.
We're down to 3.5 minutes. I mean, if they're gonna trade, it's gonna come down to the last 30 seconds.
Nah, they want to leave some time on the board. Well, no, maybe not.
No, because once they trade, the time restarts. Once the trade, the time restarts. So they'll go down to the last. Oh yeah, so they'll go down to the last 30 seconds, announce the trade, and then now Dallas is on the clock with their 5 minutes.
Is that Diana Rossini interviewing him? No.
Is the thing true? So I'm driving home. I pull up Facebook and I see where they're doing a paternity test for Mike Vrabel. This is fake, right?
All right,
like that wasn't real.
I saw the announcement in a couple different places. I don't know if it started at the parody account that I apparently pulled it from. By the way, I'm sorry to all the Facebook people. I didn't know that dude was a parody account. I didn't know he was satirical.
Oh, did
I thought it was factual.
I've been working all day.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely, I shared it. I was like, "Are you okay?" So paternity test and the fact that her firstborn son is named Michael Andrew. Guess what Mike Vrabel's middle name is?
I'm gonna guess it's Andrew.
Damn right it is.
They wouldn't be that obvious. They wouldn't.
I don't know that part is even true. You know what I mean? I know her firstborn son's name is Michael, but I don't know his middle name. You know what I mean? For fact. All this stuff that I caught was on Twitter.
Bro, we're down to a minute and a half. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we're down to a minute and a half. I'm telling you,
man. Yeah,
they're on the phone.
Like
that just means they're on the phone. I don't know. That means they're on. I think they could still be on the phone.
Oh, come on, man. Don't take.
I love that Bailey went down with the fans. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off, but yeah, that's definitely fake, bro. That's definitely fake.
I don't care. I don't care, but yeah, it's insane, is what it is. But the whole TMZ 6 years ago, them in a bar, I see that. That shit's real.
Oh,
so this has been going on for over 6 years, dating back to when he was the coach of the Titans.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. Yeah. This they took Jeremiah Love.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
I think I'm already on the phone. If I'm Borgonzi, I'm already on the phone. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't think Reese is worth number 4. That sucks. Man. That sucks. I mean, they took some time, so they were talking to somebody, right?
Yeah, they had to.
I mean. So that means whoever Arizona's talking to, but here's the thing, whoever Arizona's was talking to is now going to be talking to the Titans because they weren't trying to move up for Jeremiah Love. If they're trying to move up, they're trying to move up for Arvell Reese. So now if I'm the Titans, is it Reese or is it whoever I think is there at number 12, right?
Yeah. That's got to be it, man. I mean, you got it. You got to put it up. Yeah, you got to put it up in the air and just, what do you get? What do you get in return? Can you get both first-round draft picks out of Dallas?
And you know what sucks the most?
We are riding to the end, baby.
You know what sucks the most? Jeremiah Love is gonna suck at Arizona because who's their freaking quarterback? Like this is not even what made them better. Their best scenario was to trade back.
Oh my God! Please don't. I
hate that, man. That sucks.
I can almost halfway hear it in your background, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm not happy. Yeah, they got him. Shit. I'm trading back.
Unbelievable, man. Damn.
That's upsetting. That's upsetting.
Son of a
and
bitch.
He will not reach his potential at Arizona.
That was my dude, man.
Not for 2 to 3 years. He would have been an immediate impact with the Titans.
So if you can't trade back, you
can. No, you can. You can because Arizona just had the opportunity.
My brother-in-law just texted me I can't even say it. I can't say what he just said, but that's funny as hell. Oh, man. No, I feel you, bro. I feel you right now, man. If I wasn't on a live show, we'd be talking right now, man. But, oh, my God.
That sucks, man.
It's the first time me and my brother-in-law, by the way, he's been a Titans fan as long as I have, since the Titans have been around. And this is the first time we've known each other for 11 years, or no, almost 20 years now. Anyway, this is the first time we've ever agreed on a draft pick. The first time. So I just knew. I knew. Had to be right, man. Because he's always on the opposite side of the spectrum from me. But, damn. That was my blocker too, man. That was my whole thing, man. They're taking my whole shindig away. Damn it. Justin Graver's going to be pissed too, man. I feel your pain, dude. I had a hype video too, man. It sucks.
I really don't like this, man.
I'm in a terrible position.
If they take Reese, I'm not happy. Honestly, I know you're in the complete opposite. I would rather them take Sonny Styles than Arvell Reese. If you're going to pick here, I would rather take Sonny Styles. I'm serious. I don't
want them to pick, though.
I don't either. I want them to trade back. But if they have to pick, I would rather than take Sonny Styles. Would
you take like 12 in a second?
No. It still has to be 2 first. It still has to be 2 first. That's the only way. And maybe that's why Arizona didn't trade, right? Maybe it wasn't that they were so sold on Jeremiah Love. Maybe they just couldn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. But
I guarantee you they're just
Titans
trying to move George Pickens. It has nothing to do with except George Pickens.
The Titans are on the phone. Rid of him. They're on the phone. I mean, it's been 2 minutes. Hey, the new logo does kind of look sick in the small little windows, like the decal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it looks better than the flame.
Yeah, I saw the inner circle, and that was pretty dope, man.
Man, that sucks. That sucks for Love. That sucks for the Titans. To me. No. 3 minutes. Damn it, bro. I don't know. Pick is in. They picked. It
has to be Reese then. It has to be Reese.
It's Sonny Styles. And hey, maybe it's Jordan Tyson. I don't even know. I really don't even know.
Man, I hate the way he looks in that Cardinals hat.
Either you're right and they can't move Pickens and that's a must for them, or they just don't want to move. I don't know. I'm really surprised. I would be surprised if nobody called for Reese.
I'm just dejected right now, man.
I don't think
I knew we were getting Love, and then when that didn't happen, I mean,
I
just
didn't think
knew
I
that-
could. I didn't think I could be upset, but I'm a little upset. I really thought you'd see a trade one way or another. I would have been happier
Yeah.
with the trade here.
I would have almost bet
whether it's
everything.
Reese or Sonny Styles, I'd be happier with the trade.
Yeah, I would have bet a lot of. I would have been pretty sure, but that before pick 4, a trade was going to happen, but it did not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick.
Really interesting. So when the pick was in with Arizona, they showed the player. I haven't seen a player shown yet. Like they don't even know. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a weird pick. They're happy about it, whatever it is. It's Reese. It's probably Reese.
Just don't. Oh my God! I don't know if I want you to tell me or not tell me when you know, because you're ahead of me. I know you are.
How far ahead?
They're showing the TitanUp mom and dad there. Pick is in 6 minutes. Now they're showing the crowd.
I think we're on the same pace. Do you just go Caleb Downs here?
No.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I have no
You
idea.
go Reese.
I
Reese
don't know.
has amazing talent.
I don't think I'm happy.
It's just that he needs refinement, and I think he's going to be fine. He's a little small, though.
Are you convincing yourself or me?
Maybe.
Wow.
No!
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Okay, I lied. There were 2 Ohio State players I would have been pissed off if the Titans took. I
Wow.
cannot believe they took Carnell Tate at number 4. What?
That's a weird wide receiver room, man. So
Tate is not fast. He's one of those guys that goes up and gets balls. That's it. He's a fucking possession receiver.
here's your wide receiver room. Calvin Ridley, Carnell Tate, Alec Iomanner, Chimere DK, Wandale Robinson. That's it. That's a weird wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Especially when you had a guy like Chimere DK that's really coming on as a young receiver. Does this mean that Ridley's out? Is Ridley out? Ridley might be out.
Ridley might be. I mean, we might be trying to move Ridley now.
Ridley might be. Okay, timeout. Are you now trying to call other teams and deal Ridley to get back into the first round? Can you do that? Can you, though? Can you get that for Ridley? I don't know.
No.
Maybe a second.
He doesn't
maybe
have
a
the
second
value.
or third.
You would have to trade something.
How many
for
2?
next
Do you
year,
have an
but-
extra 2? You don't have an extra
Nope.
2, right? You got an extra 3.
Nope. We picked
don't
1,
have 2
2,
threes?
3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. That's it. We have 9 picks.
You don't double up till the 5th round? Are you sure? I thought you had 2 3s or 2 4s. One
Yeah,
or
but
the
now
other.
I'm doubting.
You're right.
myself,
It's not a 2. You don't have another 2, but I thought you had another 3 or 4.
so
I could be wrong.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. So yeah, you don't double up until the 5th round. I was right about that, but you do have 2 6th round also.
So there's no way you get back into the first.
I mean, that's not entirely true, but yeah, pretty much.
I don't see how. Unless if Ridley's not worth a first. And I mean, I say that you'd have to trade with a team in the bottom of the first to move back just a few spots and gain Calvin Ridley. I guess that's doable, but you're not getting back within the top 20. No way. There's no way.
You might get in the top 25. But at this point, who are you trying to trade up to get in the first round, at the end of the first round? The only way I was going to trade up in the end of the first round is if wide receivers were going out, or if the cornerbacks.
If Colton Hood or Jermon McCoy, but what the hell are you doing at edge now? Because the goal, I don't know, man. I'm a little confused.
I still am one of those people that say that if we ride like we ride right now into the season with our edge position, I'm not that scared. I'm not tripping that bad if we don't pick up an elite edge rusher in this draft, because we've got JJ.
I don't know how you get him.
We've got Simmons. We've got John Franklin Myers. We've got Ole. I feel like we're all right if we don't get that elite guy. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any other elite guys left other than Reese. But there are still some really good second tier guys.
I would argue Caleb Downs could be elite. Just for future, I would argue Caleb Downs could be elite. I still think Sonny Styles has the potential to be elite.
He will be elite. I mean, he will be elite. There's no question about that. I'm
surprised, but it's interesting. What did I say right before the pick, though? I said, what if they just take who's the first wide receiver? It's slipping my mind now.
Tate?
No, the
Ridley?
other. No, in the draft. No, not Lemon. Well, crap. I'll think of it in a second. But I said right before, what if they just take this wide receiver? I wouldn't thought that would have been this, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bitch, man. I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm not really happy about it. There is so many different scenarios I could come up with that I would like better than this.
Well, I'm saying I literally just said I don't think I'd be happy with Reese. I think I would have been happier. I could have convinced myself tomorrow that Reese made sense. It's going to be really hard to convince myself tomorrow how this makes sense.
Yeah, it don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have convinced myself on Reese. I don't know.
We were talking about Mendoza being the most overhyped. Well, he might be the most overhyped quarterback in my opinion, but Tate is one of the most overhyped wide receivers in my opinion also. And that's why I held Brazel in such high regard and thought that we could sneak him out of the second round and be great.
Jordan Tyson. Yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be as surprised if they took Tyson over Tate. Like I don't know. That's just a weird. I don't even think this was the best receiver.
No, he's not. And yeah, okay, maybe his character fits right in there. I read an interesting story about Tate.
Browns just traded to Kansas City. Sorry. Who's Kansas City moving up from? Somebody's got something on Arvell Reese. So if Kansas City gets Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles, it's one of the two. Kansas City is about to either get Sonny Styles or Arvell Reese, depending who the Giants don't get.
I don't know, dude. They might take Mekhi Lemon. Or Tyson. I could see either one of those guys going to the Chiefs.
I think they
need wide receiver talent.
The Chiefs need a defense. They need a linebacker.
I will agree with that. I would think they need interior defensive linemen.
Reese or Sonny Styles, I don't know, man. I think if they've got a chance.
Chris go or not Chris. When he got hurt.
I know who you're talking about, but I mean, okay. Ask me this: who is the person you fear on Kansas City's defense? Obviously, on the other side, you fear Mahomes. Who do you fear on Kansas City's defense? Nobody. Yeah. I fear Arvell Reese, and I game plan for Sonny Styles. I think that's where they go.
All right. I mean, I don't think that. I'm just so disappointed right now.
I am too. I'm interested.
I'm trying to get over it and just talk about. Yeah, I was gonna say, just talk about the rest of these picks that are going down. I'm not a fan of any of these other teams, but I don't care, man. This is football, man. This is what we live for. And I have, like I said, I have studied this draft, which, by God, it didn't do me any fucking good. Excuse my language, sorry. But I studied this draft hard. And obviously I didn't study it enough with the Titans. They have Mike Borgonzi has fleeced the entire media, bro. It is just like I said. He has, oh my God, you're a champion. My wife just brought me.
Was he a top visit?
Champion.
Was he in the top visits?
Yes. But he just fleeced the entire. Nobody thought we were going to take Tate, man. Nobody. That was on nobody.
No, but this tells you. It wasn't their first. Obviously, Jeremiah Love was still their first option. This just tells you that they thought he was the second best offensive player in this draft, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, and they didn't want George Pickens.
And honestly, if you didn't take
with you, Jacob.
This was Reese. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm telling you, Kansas City's getting Sonny Styles, but that's insane. This is insane. But where was I going with this? Hold on, I had a thought.
Fleeced. He fleeced us all.
Oh, this not only tells you that they think he was the second best offensive player in this draft. This tells you they think he was the second best player in this draft. To take him over Arvell Reese, to take him over Sonny Styles, all these other guys that people had mocked to the Titans, I don't even know where he would have fallen on this list because, again, I would have put Tyson in front of him. I would have probably put Mekhi Lemon in front of him. You know,
it also tells me that Borgonzi was pretty damn dead set on taking offense early.
If I'm Saleh, I'm not happy about this.
I think he's probably going to take offense again in the second round. Like I said, this is really
can't. You can't. There's no way. Absolutely
This is a
no.
I love how emotional you're getting.
Because what you do with your first pick is get a playmaker. That's what you do with your first pick, whether that's offense or defense. The Titans have now told you that Tate is the playmaker of this draft. That means now you have to go defense. There's no way you can go. If you pick an offensive person, you're giving Cam Ward the best help you can. It shocks me that they think that's Tate, but obviously that's what they think. So now you have to go defense, in my opinion. If they go offense,
Well, Scoob likes
I have no idea. Yeah.
I just saw that come across my text. Scoob likes the pick. By the way, I probably should have said this like way sooner, but Scoob is not here because he is actually in the inner circle in Pittsburgh live at the draft. And I tried to get, sorry, Scoob, I tried to get some of the videos you sent me uploaded, and it just wasn't working out for me tonight. I was a little late in getting in ready for the show. If everybody noticed, I was almost 20 minutes late going live, but whatever, man. You know, it is what it is. It's the first time we're doing something like this. And, yeah, I don't know, man. But there you go. Yeah, the Giants just got Arvell Reese. So now here is let's see, who is it? Browns, is that right?
No, Chiefs, they traded. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is Sonny Styles. This has to be Sonny.
You think it's Sonny Styles? I still think it's one of the other two wide receivers.
Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs.
I'm saying Tyson.
You think Mekhi Lemon or Tyson?
Or Lemon, yep.
It's got to me.
Well, I don't know.
To me,
they could take Mwaga, the top tackle in the draft right now, because they do need an offensive tackle.
I don't know.
Or wait, I might be getting them mixed up with the Rams. Damn it.
I mean, they need help at all front. I mean, obviously they were picking number 9? Like it didn't take much to move up. What did they trade? What was the trade?
13 different combinations. I have no idea. No idea.
I'll see if I can find that. I'm curious what else they gave up.
They did have 2 first-round draft picks. The Chiefs were one of those teams. But they picked number 31, so that really is just a high second-round pick. I mean, I guess technically it's a first-round pick, but not really. I don't know. I just feel like they're always trying to give Mahomes more weapons. And my God, could you imagine Tyson or Mekhi Lemon with Patrick Mahomes? It just sounds nasty.
No, I agree. I think that
There you go. 9th overall pick, the 3rd pick, and the 5th round
wow. That's hefty.
pick. I mean, not bad though. I mean,
It depends who they get. Like it'll be
only-
surprising to see who they think is worth that. Because you gave up a
They
third.
only moved up. I was gonna say they only moved up 3 picks, and they gave up a 3rd.
To me, that's a little pricey on the Chiefs end.
Yeah.
I think that's a little pricey. So interesting to see who they think is worth that. I think, and again, I think that just says even more. You get a guy that's feared on this defense. It's got to be a Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles. Here we go.
God, I'm still pissed off.
I am too, man. I can't make
Every
sense
time
of
I
it.
see the pick is in, I'm like,
I just gotta
"Damn
let it
man,
go.
this
I
is
know.
bullshit."
I've just had to kind of let it go because I don't understand it. Okay.
Get on up there, Goodell. I love how they boo him before he even comes on stage.
I have no idea what this draft even is anymore.
Here we go.
This is fascinating.
Who's right?
Oh, I've already got it. This is fascinating.
Mekhi Lemon. I was
No.
right. Is that not Mekhi Lemon?
No.
Is that Sonny Styles? No, it ain't
No.
Sonny Styles. Who
No.
the fuck is that?
No. What is this draft?
Is that Caleb Downs?
No.
Who the hell is that?
That's a cornerback that was projected in like the top 20.
Is that McCoy or Hood?
No.
I can't.
Delaney.
I don't have. Oh my!
That
Wow.
LSU corner. Dude, and it's
Mansford
so
Delaney
wild.
just went number 6 overall.
Bro, and the Commanders were like, bet. Think about who's still on the board. Arvell Reese just fell out. Oh, no. Reese didn't. No. I'm sorry. Sonny Styles.
Yeah, Sonny
fell out of
Styles.
the top 6. Sonny
I
Styles
said
fell out
that.
of the top
He's
6.
gonna. I think
Caleb
he's gonna fall the
Downs.
way out of the top 10.
Caleb Downs fell out of the top 6, but Delaney didn't. Tyson went after Tate. I don't know what this draft is.
This is crazy. This.
I mean, if I'm the Commanders, I am so happy.
You know how hard it is going to be to defend this pick all day tomorrow? Of saying, like, well, yeah, no, our front office is good, man. Borgonzi knows what he's doing. I mean, look what he did last year in the draft. It was fantastic.
I'm curious to see where the Commanders go. Who's mocked to the Commanders?
I think Mekhi Lemon.
They could very well go. I think they could very well go offensive line here.
Yeah, they could take
With Magoa.
Muwaga or whatever, Magawa, however you say his name. Yeah.
Caleb Downs would be a really good pick here too for them.
Yeah. Again,
Man,
I still think Mekhi
I'm
Lemon
really
would be good.
surprised. Bain, dude, Ruben Bain's still on the board. I mean,
Bain's going
would
to
you
fall
have
out
been
of the top
happier?
10.
Would you have been happier with Bain than you would Tate?
No.
I think I would be.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
saying I would be happy with Bain, but I think I could make sense of that more than I could Tate right now. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, and I'm literally mulling it in my brain right now, and
I could make more sense of that.
I was
than
never
could Tate.
in on the Bain train, so it's hard for me to say this, but yeah, I do think I would be a little more okay with Bain.
That would have
than
surprised me. That would have surprised me less than Tate, I think.
Yeah, it just don't make no fucking sense, man.
I don't know. Yeah, this is a weird one.
Hmm.
I think Commanders could go Jordan Tyson here and give Daniels another weapon. Jane Daniels another weapon. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Mekhi Lemon or Jordan Tyson make it out of the top 10. So they got to be getting picked quickly here.
So you've got New Orleans, you've got Cleveland. I mean, what does New Orleans need? everything.
Oh, New Orleans just got they think they've got their franchise quarterback in Tyler Shook. So they very well could take the wide receiver route. They also could take the offensive lineman route because they kind of need that too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like I said, once you get past like 7 or 8, it gets really hard.
I could have almost made more sense of an offensive tackle at number 4 than I could Tate at this moment.
No.
Am I crazy? Do I need to calm down?
Yeah.
Am I overreacting there? Okay.
Hold back. Because
Okay.
let's just think here for a minute how ballistic the entire Titans fan base would have gone if we took another fucking offensive line.
Yes. No, 100%. But could you make an argument that for the betterment of Cam Ward, an offensive tackle made more sense at number 4 than Tate? Do you see my argument here?
Oh, yeah.
For the betterment
100%.
of your quarterback, I think you have more talent in an offensive lineman at number 4 than you do in Tate, which really sucks to say. And I hope I'm not overreacting and I pull that back a little. But, man, I'm not happy with this pick. If I would have been happier with an offensive lineman, that just tells you how unhappy I am with this pick.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I think Mekhi Lemon might be one of those guys.
Pick.
Come on, buddy. You got to get out of here.
Pick.
You're getting all over me. I think Mekhi Lemon might be one of those guys that his how do I put this nicely? His demeanor is going to overrule his talent in this league. So, and I think that George Pickens is one of those guys. That's who I'm comparing him to. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a guy that only certain teams are going to even want on their team because they have the ability to keep that guy a little bit more restrained than other teams do.
The only pushback to that, and I'm not, I promise I'm not. But if I'm trying to talk myself into this and give you a little pushback, that's a good pick. That's what I was saying. That's a good pick. I think Sonny Styles on the Saints makes a lot of sense. I think to the
Browns.
Sorry, to the Browns. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Wait.
No, Browns are up next.
No, I was going to say, what the hell? I'm confused. I'm lost. I quit watching because I was so pissed off.
Washington.
Yeah, that was
Sonny
it.
Styles.
Commanders.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't really. Like
I probably just said that for everybody because Sonny Styles. I would have been happier with Sonny Styles at number 4 than I would with Tate. But let me go back to this. If I'm trying to talk myself into it here and give you an argument in the other direction, who is the last wide receiver that had that confidence and that ego that really worked out for the Titans that you let go of and he went on to win a Super Bowl? If you wanted an A.J. Brown back in a Titans uniform, you just got him. That's my argument. Honestly, seriously.
And we could have just traded.
If I'm trying to move on from Calvin Ridley, and this was my argument before the draft. We literally talked about this before they even started the draft. When we were saying about Pickens, I would rather Cam Ward have young receivers that he can grow with and build that connection than I would to have a veteran. Now you have Cam Ward who has that demeanor, who has that ego, and pairing him with another young wide receiver who is an up-and-comer who has very similar attitudes and work ethic as a guy like Cam Ward and the confidence to probably back it up. That's a dangerous combination if I'm looking for a weapon. I think the argument to this for Borgonzi is I just got my A.J. Brown. And I'm not going to screw it up like the last guy did or the guy before the last guy did and get rid of him. Like that's the pushback. If I'm trying to convince myself.
I was going to say, if you're trying to sell me on Carnell Tate based on his character alone, you're doing a damn good job, but it's just not enough.
Well, it's not just the character. I think you've got the same type of attributes. He obviously doesn't have the size that A.J. Brown has, but look, we talked about the route running. We talked about the route running. He's got the route running. He's going to find a way to separate from a defender, not with his speed, but he's going to be in the right place at the right time. So if Cam Ward theoretically can deliver the ball to the right place, he's always going to be there. Like, again, that's me trying to convince myself. It's a weird wide receiver room, though, because you've got Ridley, you've got DK, you've got Manor. You brought in Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson was supposed to be that down-the-field threat, and Ridley was going to be the guy who runs the routes across the middle, the post gets open. Like, I thought you had that combination. So I don't know where Tate fits in immediately. Does he go to the number 2 spot? Are you trying to move Ridley? It's a weird dynamic to me. Like, you wanted weapons, but did you put the right weapon in the right place?
I will say that I had heard a lot of rumors, and nobody's really talked about it in the last couple months, but immediately after Callahan was let go and the season shifted and Saleh's people came in, there was a lot of rumors within the Titan circles that Alec Manor might be on the outside looking in. And the reason I say that is because apparently the Callahan and that crew was really, really high on Manor. And the new guys might not be so high on it.
Okay,
so fine. I don't know if they're saying that
he's here for another 2 years at least, right? Like, you can't move Manor for much. He hasn't proven himself yet. So he's here for 2 more years. So my response to that would be, we'll figure it out. Like, I don't think bringing in Tate at number 4 is the answer if Manor, if you don't think he's going to work out. Like, that seems like a lot.
No,
that seems like a really big investment to replace Manor. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely agree. And the only way that I can make Tate make sense is, well, sort of, is the character like you brought up, and the fact that, like you said, he's going to get separation with fluid hips and quick cuts instead of, his amazing speed. We have a lot of amazing speed on the Titans wide receiver room already. Calvin Ridley, even though he's older, is still a speedster. Alec Manor and DK are both sub 40 guy or 4.4 guys. Wan'Dale Robinson is a sub 4.4 guy. So do we need another really fast wide receiver?
I don't know that you need another receiver. That's the problem, though. Like, I
know.
No, you don't need another speedy receiver, but I don't know that you need another receiver, period, right now.
I'm just trying to talk myself into this and figure out where their head's at.
Yeah.
Because I don't really get it. But because I thought everything was about big and fast. If you look at all the draft picks that they made last year, all of the free agent acquisitions he made, everything about his picks and the guys that he goes after, I'm talking about Borgonzi, are high athletic, big, fast, and long. And this guy doesn't fit any of those except big and long. He's just not fast. So I really he wasn't even on my radar because he wasn't the type of player that Borgonzi had went after in the past. So it really just throws me for a loop. But I don't know. I'm still going to figure out a way to talk myself into this, before we start the second round.
I don't know. I don't know if Saleh's happy about this. I don't know that if I'm Saleh and Arvell Reese is there at number 4.
Did I not say that was going to happen? Me and Bobby Andrews are on like a thing here, because I really believe that and all I'm basing this off of is the fact that we just picked Carnell Tate. I feel like the number 2 pick here, or the second round pick at 35, very well could be a guard or a tackle. I don't think it's a center because that's just too damn early. But here we go. Saints are on the board. Who they picking?
I think they go Caleb Downs.
I still think it's Lemon.
Maybe I'm just really high on Caleb Downs, but I just think that's a talent that you can't pass up. I think he's the best player left in the draft if you're going best available, which I feel like the Saints should probably do. But I'm with you. They're probably going to put weapons around Shuck. Mekhi Lemon's a good pick. Offensive line is a good pick. Jordan Tyson's a good pick.
It's really hard to use player comps in their first year, but if I was going to player comp Caleb Downs, it would be Kevin Winston. And he was picked in like the late teens, I believe.
I think your ceiling on Caleb Downs is much higher. I think Caleb Downs has the type of ceiling that you would think. I'm trying to think of a comp here. I don't know. He's a ball hawk. I think he would be your Kevin Byard. You know what I'm saying? Like he finds a way to be around the ball. He's not always going to be the playmaker pick specialist, but he's in the right place at the right time. Now, to be fair, you also think Tyson last year. Yeah, that's a good pick with Tyson.
I agree. I think giving Shuck some more weapons, smart. It's just smart, man. I mean, if that's what you're trying to do and build through the draft, that's how you do it. Like you said, young wide receiver, young quarterback, let them grow and develop together, and their chemistry will be unmatched.
So are you making an argument for the Saints or the Titans here? Because, I mean, that's literally what the Titans just did, right?
Yes, but with a much less talented wide receiver, in my opinion. Like I said, I believe Brazel is top 3. And I believe Mekhi
So
Lemon
you're telling me
I also believe
if the Titans took Brazel at number 4 overall, you're happier with that than Tate?
Oh man, that's hard.
Because I still think Tate.
That's hard.
That's
really
Tate.
hard.
Like, because if I'm just saying they pick Tate or they pick Brazel, like, I'm like, okay, I'd probably rather you take Tate. Like, I don't love either option, but I guess take Tate. Like,
I will say that everybody else would have had much more of a reaction to that than Tate. Like I said, it's the stigma. It's the stigma, man. I guarantee you, dude, when in 2 years, when we're looking back on this, we will be saying, I can't believe Brazel didn't go in the top 10 or top 15 picks. Okay. It's crazy that people were passing on him just because of the jersey he wore in college.
Yeah.
The skills there.
So Browns on the clock, Downs available. Who's still up there?
We still got Lemon. We still got
Lemon's there.
Bain.
Man, yeah, I keep forgetting about Bain.
Bain's still there. We still got some offensive linemen now we're getting into. Yeah, Caleb Downs.
What's the most interesting remaining pick in your mind?
Like what team? Or
like I'm looking like Giants are after the Browns here. They've already got Arvell Reese. Curious to see what they would. I mean, who is? I guess you give Dart help, right? Like maybe they go receiver there if Mekhi Lemon's not taken by the Browns right here.
Yeah.
I think Browns could go Bain. The more I think about it.
I honestly, I think the Browns, this might be where you see Francis Muaga go. I think it's either him or Caleb Downs.
I think the Browns would probably go wide receiver over Downs. I think they'd go Mekhi Lemon over Downs.
So you think they're going to go Lemon?
I think they either go Lemon or offensive line. Yeah.
That's I agree with that. I think offensive line's a really good move for them.
That's what I'm guessing.
And a big surprise, I think Monroe Feeling is a offensive lineman that a lot of people are overlooking. And maybe that's just because, George is my team or whatever, but I'm just saying, I feel like he has the traits that you really look for. He's big, can move people, he maul people with his arms. He's 6'7", and he is just so quick. I think he had like a 10.2 second shuttle time or something like that. It had some really nice numbers in the combine as well. So here we go.
Oh,
I didn't think it was going to be Fano or Fano or however you say his name, but I did say offensive lineman.
That's interesting.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's the Browns, dude. They are like one of the. I swear to God, man, if I was a Browns fan, I don't know. It's rough. It's got to be rough being a Browns fan. That's what I say to myself every year that I look down on the Titans like the last 2 years we've had. Hey, man, at least we're not the Browns.
Yeah.
You know, because God bless. If I was the Browns, you know.
I mean, it's still you made the right pick. You could argue 1 and 2 with him and Moaga.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Moaga is much better at the tackle position. Man, that's just my opinion.
I'll tell you, if the Giants get Lemon right here, I think they won this draft. I mean, the Giants getting Arvell Reese and Mekhi Lemon.
That's sick, man.
That's a hell of a draft. Like if that's what I would have wished for the Titans. Like if you told me that was the picks, I'm like, bet. Like I'm all over it. Because if you trade back, that's probably what you're looking at.
This is where you'd be. Yeah. And getting a premier elite rusher on defense and getting your quarterback a nice weapon in the wide receiver first 2 rounds, or really the first round, makes a lot of sense. So yeah, they've probably done an excellent job.
So what's the deal with oh, here it comes. I'll wait.
Smoking another cigarette. Sorry. No.
Oh, they do go offensive tackle. Wow. Okay.
Moaga?
I'm kind of surprised that Mekhi Lemon hasn't gone off the board yet.
I was gonna say Bain and Lemon are still there.
Yeah.
Poor Lemon, dude. I mean, did he not? Has anyone messed themselves up as badly as he did with one interview?
Yeah.
Because he went from being possibly the best wide receiver in the draft to he's a fucking joke.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm still surprised just because of the talent. I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised a little bit with Bain. I'm surprised that Dallas. I'm surprised that Dallas didn't try to move up with any of these teams. And they're still going to get
probably
Bain.
Have.
Probably.
I mean, they probably have though, and Bain is not who they want. They want a Mekhi Parsons. They wanted another Parsons, and they couldn't get him. They wanted Bain or Reese, or Bailey or Reese. I guarantee you. And once Bailey was taken at number 2, they were trying to move up at 3, and that was it. My God, that's a big dude. A big Hawaiian motherfucker. I like him glasses, though. Why are they all going to be wearing sunglasses, though? It's a studio, for God's sake. I love that about Tyson, man. Got a little teary-eyed on the way to the stage. I absolutely love that. Every time I see one of these guys break down a little bit, it's like, yes, man. Yes, you have made it. You did it. You know, you worked your entire adult life, or, you know, your short adult life to this. You have made it, man. You were at the pinnacle. Congratulations. Now, go to work.
So, how did Cowboys get? Oh, well, never mind.
All right.
So, do they go downs?
I don't know, man. Yeah, Caleb Downs is still there. I think that's the high. Him and Bain are the highest rated players left on the board for sure.
If you're Dallas, if you're a Dallas fan, are you happier staying here with Bain instead of moving up for Arvell Reese?
No,
Really?
no.
Okay. So you would still have rather than moved up. If you're a Dallas fan, you would still have rather than moved up and got Arvell Reese, which I'm assuming it was probably doable, right?
I guess it really depends on who their second pick is. If they use that other that other first round pick to snatch one of like the kid from Michigan, he's a really good edge that I really like, but I can't remember his damn name right now. But if they were to snag him, I think that would be a really, really smart move. Cooper, that's another big name. I think that would work well. Bernard, I think would work well there. Chris Johnson, even.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that I think Zion Young. That's who I was thinking of. Damn it, not Michigan. I was thinking of the Zion Young. There's that Sadiq kid or whatever his name is too from Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm not as high on him as I am. Damn it, I just said his name. Zion Young.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still a little surprised there was no movement. I thought you'd have a trade in the top 5, but at this point, I don't think you have another trade at all, which Kansas City obviously moved up, but
I mean
that wasn't as shocking as like a Dallas moving up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see if there were calls that were made, and if it comes out why that deal wasn't done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still some really nice people on the board though.
I think.
And like I said,
on screen. Check your screen.
What?
Are you froze on screen? Check your screen. There you go.
No. Oh, maybe because I was off searching some shit. My bad.
Gotcha. No, you're good. But yeah, I don't know. If I thought there would be more movement. I'm just a little let down on this one, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
I didn't think there were a lot of ways to screw this one up, but this feels a little screwed up,
Yes, I do. And that is not great. That does not leave me with a good taste in my mouth.
I'm just wondering if there was a deal, whose end it fell through on.
Oh, it's got to be the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys had to have, like I said, they had to have a stipulation that you had to take George Pickens. And that's a $27 million contract he just signed. So that's taking on $27.5 million and his character flaws for your first-round draft pick. I can understand why that isn't as enticing as 2 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, I suppose. I just feel like with all the hype, it feels like they would have thought Arvell Reese was worth that.
I will say, though,
it was just worth the straight 2 first-rounders.
It is going to be if Carnell Tate ends up being like I think he's going to end up being in the pros, which is not great. It's going to look really bad on Borgonzi if George Pickens. I mean, he's going to be elite wherever he goes. So I mean, it's just going to look bad because you're like, well, you passed on that guy and drafted this other guy that is nowhere near the same talent band. I mean, It just doesn't. And you could have got another pick. You could have got the 12th pick and George. I mean, maybe. We don't know what the deals are.
What are vibes where Scoob's at? Have you heard anything? What's the overall? I haven't been on Twitter or anything. I guess I should check just to see. What are overall vibes right now?
I'll be honest with you, bro. I haven't really checked most of my stuff. Right now, most of my people are just saying Tate, really? Oh my God. That was unexpected. My father-in-law is asking me if Green Bay gave up their first-round pick, and then he said, "Oh yeah, I remember they just did." That's how they got Parsons, homie. So yeah, they gave up their first-round draft pick. Yeah, no, I'm not really getting anything on that end. I'm sure Twitter's going nuts right now.
Yeah, I'm looking now. They actually asked Carnell Tate if he thought he'd go this early, and he was like, no, I didn't think I'd go this early. It surprised even him. So it
Yeah,
doesn't look
that's
like
nuts.
there were talks, which kind of surprises me. That means there weren't talks leading up to like, hey man, we're doing this thing. So I don't know. Now, granted, last year I think we would have touted Carnell Tate as one of the top picks in what would have been this year's draft. The kind of the same way we talk about Jeremiah Smith coming out next year. So that remains to be seen. It would be really interesting though if the Titans do somehow manage to bring in a Jeremiah Smith next year and pair that with the Carnell Tate, because I mean, let's be honest, that Ohio State wide receiver room's been pretty unstoppable for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look at. Oh, there's a freaking Carnell Tate, my first NFL autograph card that he signed 90 seconds after the draft. I can't imagine how much that damn thing's going to go for.
No telling.
They're already giving him the 00. Oh, that they're doing that because they don't know what damn number he's going to be, dumbass. Sorry. So, okay, so I can tell you that Tyler Rowland's excited.
Oh, who did Cowboys take? I missed that one.
I missed him too, but that's not Makai Lemon. Is that Caleb Downs?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's Caleb Downs. Yep. That's a good pick. I mean, you didn't replace Micah Parsons, but I think you got a hell of a backfield defender. I think he has a similar Kevin Byard upside. I think that's the best comp I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You could go back even like a Champ Bailey type, just somebody who's just always at the ball, like run game, pass game. He's just around the ball. You can do a lot of things with a dude like Caleb Downs. I would have been – look, if the Titans took Caleb Downs at number 4, I think I would have convinced myself more so than I have on Tate. I think he's a super versatile player. We'll see.
Pat McAfee likes the pick. He loves Carnell Tate he loves Carnell Tate to the Titans, yeah.
I mean, did anybody have this mocked that you saw? Like anyone at all?
Oh, I hate to say it, but the guy that I was calling archaic that just comes up out of nowhere, Mel Kiper had him going to the Titans. Of course, I don't know. I'm starting to think that some of these big guys that do this draft stuff just say a different guy every week, so that at the end they can just put up one of their posts and be like, "See, I was right. It was him all along. I knew it. I was the only one that knew it." It looks like Bussin' with the Boys is happy that Carnell Tate got taken. Also, boy, there are a lot of AI pictures that I'm stealing of Carnell Tate in a Titans uniform. Taking that one. Looks good. Anyway, Mike Herndon is another guy that I take a lot of stock in what he says, and he really likes the combo of contested catch, ball winner, best hands in the draft by far, according to.
I mean, look, your goal here in my mind would have been to get the best offensive weapon behind Jeremiah Love, right? I just don't know that I think Tate is the best offensive weapon behind Jeremiah Love, but I don't know.
I mean,
I'm sure I'm gonna find a way to look. If I can talk myself into J.C. Latham, which I've done, which I think J.C. Latham's a solid piece. I'll find a way to talk myself into this,
Yeah, okay. Easton Freeze made a pretty damn good point. He was saying it's hilarious that the same fan base that bitched the last 3 years in a row that we didn't take a wide receiver in the
Well,
top two
yeah,
rounds.
no, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
there's that, and I don't know. I don't know.
No, and that's what
Give
I'm
me
saying.
some
That's your
time. I
argument.
might talk myself into it.
Because what
I
what
just don't know.
Borgonzi's saying here is, hey, I'm getting back an AJ Brown. I'm getting back a dude, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
getting a weapon. That's what he would have. It's the same thing he would have been saying with Jeremiah Love. They just think, and I'm not even saying that they did the wrong thing. I think they took who they thought the second best offensive weapon was. I just don't know if I agree that he's the second best offensive weapon. Like if they took a Tyson, I think I can. Okay, like it's not even the fact that it's a wide receiver; it's just the fact that it's this wide receiver, and on top of that, if they had the option to move back, I think they still could have got a quality wide receiver that was as good as Carnell Tate in a later pick. You know what I'm saying? Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Like if they drop to like 24, I think you're still getting a wide receiver who can be as good as Carnell Tate. I just wish they would have done something else with the higher pick.
What's up, Scoob? Yeah, man, we do have a new wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Drew Beatty, I think that's how you say his name. Is another guy I really take a lot of heed to. I found him last year during the draft process, and I think he's a very smart mind. He says this is my best case scenario for the Titans. Carnell is the number 2 overall player in this draft. I fully believe he is the best number 1 receiver. Knocked it out of the park by Borgonzi. So,
I mean, that's awesome. I just was anybody shouting this from the rooftop before though? Like I'm not again, I'm not saying they weren't. I'm not saying they weren't. I just don't know if you had have went to anyone and said who is the second best offensive player in this draft. I am curious how many people would have said Carnell Tate. Right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No. I don't think so.
Fine. If people were saying that, absolutely. I'm not like you. I will talk myself into this. I just I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, it's rough.
I get it. I just wasn't shouting out that he was the top one. I don't know. I think this surprised people. I'm not saying that it's not a good fit, but I do think it surprised people.
I agree. It is very surprising. I did not think this was going to be the pick, but they just took a commercial break. I personally need a commercial break. We will be back in just a few minutes. We're only going dark for a few minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Got an ad? Run the ad. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Well, I only have 40 seconds of the ad, but, whatever. Let's run that. What's up, Titans fans? Maximus Titan fan here. Are you in need of professional excavation services? Look no further. Red Zone Builders has the expertise, experience, and equipment to handle all or any excavation project, big or small. Whether you need land clearing, site preparation, trenching, foundation excavation, or any other excavation services, they have you covered. Their team of skilled professionals work diligently to ensure your project is completed safely, efficiently, and to your satisfaction. Trust the experts at Red Zone Builders to get the job done right. And we're back. Gotta love that. So anyway, sorry, had to take a break, man. Everybody's got to pee at some point, right? Anthony Boyer, you love the pick. Let me ask you this: what do you love about the pick? What does Carnell Tate? What does Carnell Tate excite you about? What excites you about Carnell Tate? Give me some confidence, Titans fans. Talk me into this. How is Carnell Tate gonna lift this team into a contender for the AFC South? Because that's what we're really after this year. That and Cam Ward development. And I mean, yeah, there's always the argument for Cam Ward development that he as a wide receiver. He's a good one too. Supposedly the best one in the draft. So we'll see, I guess. But I'm interested to see what y'all think about this. And I'm interested to know what you guys think of the live show. I mean, do you like this more relaxed format? Or do you like the more regulated shows where I actually script it out? How do you feel about me smoking on camera? That's not something I normally do. How do you feel about profanity in your... Does that really sway you that much? I'm looking for answers, guys. I've been doing this now for 3 years, and I want to perfect the craft. I want to get it to a point where you guys feel as good about the show as I do. In my opinion, this is the best Titans podcast made by the fans for the fans. But I usually try to do it in a format that is more like what normal podcasters do or normal sports people do. I'm interested in your feedback, if you wouldn't mind giving that to me. Looks like we've got another pick in here. Whoa, Ty Simpson. Man, did I call that? Jeez. Rewind the tape. Did I not say the Rams would take Ty Simpson? I did. I think I did, because I even think I said that was probably the best fit for him. Coming in, you don't have to start immediately. You can learn behind one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I called that one, did I not?
Oh, wow. I'm a little... You 100% called that one. I am surprised. I said I'd be surprised. I'm surprised.
I feel like that's the best opportunity for him to succeed.
I agree. Look, this would have been the argument for not taking Cam Ward last year, right? And just getting kind of a stopgap quarterback, getting somebody in a later round to set behind him, or later in the first round if you could, get back in. I like the idea. I do. I just, man, the Rams are in such a win now mode that I think they would have been better served. Is Mekhi Lemon still there?
Yes.
Could you imagine that wide receiver room with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Mekhi Lemon, and then Matt Stafford getting them the ball? Like that to me is a team that is Super Bowl ready. This kind of screams, we're looking to the future. But
Yeah, Reuben Bain, Caleb Downs, and
Downs is gone. Downs is off. He went to the.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we still have Bain though. We still have
Cowboys.
Bain, Dylan Thienman, which I really thought would have gone earlier than he did.
Has Moaga gone? There's already been two
Burrow Field-
offensive
Yes,
linemen.
yes, Moaga's gone.
Okay, I missed that one.
I don't know where he went though.
New York. That's who New York got.
There you go. There you go.
Yep, and then Caden Proctor went to Miami. Yep. Man, Ty Simpson at 13. I think that's a little surprising. But you called it 100%. I thought,
Yeah.
I really thought that somebody. Well, no, I do think if he didn't go there to the Rams at 13, and I think he falls to the Steelers, and the Steelers take him. So that makes me really curious to see what the Steelers do, because again, we don't know if Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year, right? Like everybody assumes he is, but if he doesn't, what the hell do they do?
This is where quarterback needy teams get a break. So if you're a quarterback needy team, your fans are not going to be happy if you don't take a quarterback in the first round. But the only two quarterbacks even closely worthy of a first round pick are already gone. So now you get the freedom to pick who you really think is just going to be the best player available to help your team succeed to the next level or whatever. And you get that second round, third round quarterback pick of Garrett Nussmeier or God, who is the third best quarterback in the draft?
Well, honestly, the next one you look at would be.
See, we've got, according to PFF,
I mean, it'd be Aller, right? Even with the injury, it'd still be Aller.
According to PFF, Garrett Nussmeier would be the next at 93.
Whoa.
Drew Allar would be after that at 96. Carson.
See, I'd still put Aller. I'd still put Aller ahead of Nussmeier, because Aller, you can argue the injury with Aller. You can argue the injury with Aller. Nussmeier was just a complete fall off. Like
he did kind of shit the bed.
He made a terrible mistake. I think he could have been a late first rounder last year, and now he maybe goes in the third. Like I would still put Aller ahead of Nussmeier. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and this is just because I watched a bunch of stupid ass film. Cole Payton, I think, is one of those guys that's going to be taken in like the 5th or 6th round. That's a quarterback, and I think he might be a Brock Purdy in the making. Kid's got it all, man. He just went to North Dakota. So,
I mean, you could argue that with a guy like Aguilar, right? I mean, just a dude who's kind of on nobody's radar. That I don't know.
Well, he was last year. If he didn't get hurt, he would be definitely in the conversation of first round draft pick quarterbacks. If he didn't get hurt. Well, there goes the guard from Penn State.
Very offensive line heavy in this first,
Again, I don't think that this is a high talent draft. And, you're more likely to hit on an offensive lineman in the first round than you are anything else. That is the safest pick you can take.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what's absolutely crazy is I could sit here and make the argument that taking an offensive lineman at number 4 would be a better help to Cam Ward than Tate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
If there were any talks to trade back, I'm just very shocked that they weren't able to make that work. That's where I'm at.
When I went on my break, my wife looked at me and she goes, "Oh my God, are you done already?" And I was like, No. I'm just taking a break. And she's like, "Are you really that upset that they drafted that guy?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really happy about it, but I don't know. I'll say this. By in the morning, if I'm still this upset, then maybe I'm right and that this is a huge mistake. Yeah. But if in the morning I'm going, well, I don't know. I mean, I talk myself into it, and I probably will. I'll watch some highlight reels on YouTube or something and get all jacked up. You know,
I mean, I would argue I had to convince myself of the Tavondre Sweat pick. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one I really had to convince myself. Did it though?
Yeah.
I mean, where's he at?
We traded him off.
That's what we got. So, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know. That's one I had to, but that's one I had to, and I'm not saying that's what this is, but that's one I had to convince myself of. And I did, you know, it was working there for a while with what they had. But man, I don't know. I think the only way is if we're looking back a year from now and probably more likely 2 to 3 years from now and say you got your AJ Brown, you know, like I think that's the goal, right? I don't
I'll be honest, bro. If we're looking back on this at the end of this year or even the end of next year and we're going, man, was I glad to be wrong in this position?
Oh, absolutely. I want to be wrong.
I was going to say, I will be happy, but I will also be shocked because I don't think I'm wrong. Of course, I never think I'm wrong, though. I mean, if I thought I was wrong, I wouldn't say the shit. So, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'll watch some damn hype video and get all cracked out.
I think Borgonzi's been great though, right? Like I think he hasn't really missed on anybody yet, unless he's
a good talent evaluator.
You could argue Iomanner, right? I mean, that would be the one if you already think it's not going to work out, you could argue there, but I don't know. Like we put a lot of faith in this dude. Everybody's kind of hyped him up, and you know, I guess we'll see. Right? Like this is bold. Yeah. This feels really bold because not only that, but I can't get it out of my mind that if I'm Robert Saleh as a first-year head coach who's very defensive-minded, and I had the opportunity to get an Arvell Reese and a Sonny Styles and a Ruben Bain, and I'm not saying that all those guys are great at number 4, but I just think the upside there is more so than what you'd have with Tate. So if I'm Saleh as a first-year defensive head coach, I don't know if I'm super happy about this. I would love to go back. I'm actually going to do this. I would love to go
devil's advocate
and see the reactions.
As the devil's advocate to that, if I was Mike Borgonzi, I would look at Saleh and say, how good are you at developing edge rushers? How good are you at developing linebackers? And then I would ask him, how good are you at developing wide receivers?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to take the lesser of the evil with Robert Saleh, you know, if you take a 3rd-round pick like Jack, what the hell's that kid's name out of TCU? He's set in the 3rd round. He's one I've been looking at all mock draft season or whatever you want to call it. But I think you take a guy like that, Saleh can turn him into a star. You take a guy like Sonny Styles, Saleh's just going to make him look a little bit better than he already is. But you can't get Robert Saleh to make a great wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm talking myself into it literally as we're on the air. Before we're off the air, I might already be like, yeah, it's all right. I'm not even mad at that.
I am going to do something fascinating here. I can't show it. If anybody can like rewind and kind of get Saleh's reaction, this to me does not look like a coach who is thrilled.
Oh, I'm sure that'll be all over Twitter.
Oh, dude, this is kind of gold right now. Like if you go back and watch when they're clapping and shaking hands, he does not look comfortable. I'm sending you this right now. This is kind of wild.
Dude, because to be honest, when I saw it, I was like, well, shit, that's a better reaction than when we traded AJ Brown.
I don't know
the
that
whole
it is.
Rest of that draft, man. Mike Vrabel.
This looks very like I would love to do a side by side of Mike Vrabel when AJ Brown was traded and Rob Saleh when this pick was made. I
Oh,
just
that'll
sent
be
you the
on
video.
Twitter.
Oh
I'm
man,
sure it is.
like it is. There are some serious similarities, but
I will.
yeah, I don't know.
will say this
I'm
though, man. We've got 8 more picks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'll be honest, Mike Borgonzi has been better.
Killer in the
If
later
you
rounds.
ask, I was going to
Killer in
say,
the
if you
later rounds.
ask me, his second, third, and fourth round picks were better than his first round pick by far.
Oh
By
yeah.
far. I mean, I'm not upset
Absolutely.
with the Winston pick, but I'm not stupid in saying that finding 2 halfway good starting wide receivers in the 4th round isn't insane. And we'll find out exactly how confident he is in his 5th round pick of Slater tomorrow. If I'm wrong and they don't go offensive line in 2nd and 3rd round, that means he is confident that Slater can handle the starting duties.
Yeah.
I don't think you look for a starter in the draft after round 3.
I may change my mind, but where I'm at right now, I think now that you've gotten your piece to help Cam Ward, because I think that's what the first round was, right? Like whatever that pick is in the first round, it is the best option to help Cam Ward. You did what you thought that was.
There goes
now
Ruben
I feel like you have to address the defense. I think now your biggest hole is on that defensive line. You did great by bringing in John Franklin Myers. You still have a stud in Jeffrey Simmons. You need that person on the edge that people have to game plan for. I think you have to address that. And even if I get off of that and say, okay, what's the next option? The next best option besides edge, I think then I say I need a playmaker in that secondary. I need somebody who is a ball hawk. I need someone who's going to get me interceptions, because that, again, is still the next best thing for Cam Ward. I think offensive line, I understand you want to plan for the future, but I think you have to address your defensive issues now that you've gone with your best offensive option.
Yeah, I don't think you're 100% wrong there. I do believe that you definitely have to look at defense because our defense isn't great. I've had a couple of people react like I have lost my damn mind for mock drafting a cornerback in the 2nd round because we spent some money on 2 cornerbacks in free agency. And I'm like, well, yeah, but that's just 2. You need 3, really 4 starter quality cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. So, yeah, I don't think it's out of the question to draft a cornerback. I don't think it's out of the question to draft a safety. I don't think it's out of the question to draft a linebacker, edge rusher, offensive lineman. All those options are open. And I do understand what you're saying there. Like, so Saleh didn't get his 1st round draft pick on defense like he wanted. So you might throw him a bone.
Well, it's not even throwing him a bone. I just think you have to address the hole, right?
Well, I mean, that's part of it too, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, if you can fill a hole and throw your coach a bone, that's a win-win. And then on the 3rd round, you can go back to offense and try to get you, another offensive lineman or whatever you need back on offense.
For sure. I think the flip to that is also, though, you brought in Robert Saleh for a reason, and that's because of how good he is on the defensive side of the ball with stud players, with incredible linebackers, with great edge rushers. Now, granted, you brought in Brian Daboll to be the offensive guru, right? But you brought Robert Saleh here for a reason, and it's because of the way that he's able to scheme the defense, because you have guys like Jeffrey Simmons who are in their prime, and you want those dudes in win-now mode, right? To me, if you bring in that type of coach, you have to give him a young player that he can mold into that, right? And I think you have to give him that in the first year and just see how it goes. I don't know if you take an offensive lineman, I don't know that you're putting your head coach in the best possible position. I'm kind of in the camp now that if what I think very well could happen, and Jermon McCoy falls, I think that would be a very interesting piece for a guy like Robert Saleh. That he's not your Sonny Styles, he's not your Fred Warner, but I think Robert Saleh could do a lot of interesting things with Jermon McCoy in his type of defense. So if he happens to fall to the second round, that's one I wouldn't hate. I would actually really probably like that pick, even with the injury questions. And I've got a lot of them because I'm a Tennessee fan, and I'm kind of upset that he didn't play at all last year. And didn't do the combine. And look, he had a great pro day, but everybody has a great pro day, right? Show me anybody in history that has had a bad pro day. So I think it is a little bit risky, but I think the upside to it, that would satisfy the need of Robert Saleh getting his dude on that defense, right?
Yeah. So almost halfway through the first round. Let me ask you, what's your biggest shock pick? Or shock take?
Man,
I'll say that.
I think it's the Titans, right? Like because Mendoza's a given. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody kind of thought it was between Arvell Reese and Bailey at 2. 3 was either they're gonna move or it's Jeremiah Love. And then 4 with the Titans, like I think everybody I was of the mind if they pick, it's Arvell Reese, right? If they stay and they pick, it's Arvell Reese. I understand you want to get the offensive weapon, but that just makes the most sense. So I guess you can kind of pair that. I'm surprised Reese fell as low as he did. I think there were even some more teams I'm a little surprised that kind of passed on him. So, yeah, I think that's kind of the biggest shock to me. I don't think Kansas City moving up was crazy. I think Dallas, if it comes out that Dallas didn't have conversations with Arizona and Tennessee, which I doubt is the case, that would surprise me, right? Like if there weren't at least talks between Cardinals, Titans, Dallas, I'm surprised. But yeah, I don't know. I really do believe that the Titans there at that 4th pick was probably the biggest unexpected because again, who had that mocked? I've not seen that anywhere, right? So I think just based on that, that's the biggest surprise.
I mean, I've seen some people take it in their mocks, like Tyler did a show where he took it in his mock. But I mean, I think it was more, like I said, where people just throw darts at a dartboard and hope one of them
For
sticks.
sure. Yeah. And look, like Reese makes a lot of sense there, right? Like if you told me they took Reese at 4, like it's okay, Saleh got his dude. And now you go to the second round and you get your Chris Brazzell, right? Like that's because it like the argument that the guy made earlier, Titans fans are going to complain about not taking a receiver in the first 2 rounds. You still could have done that. You didn't have to take Tate in the first to still get a wide receiver in the second. Like this talent is loaded in wide receiver. We've talked about this all offseason leading up to the draft. Like you can get a good quality receiver in the second round. So not taking Reese there when he's available and giving Saleh that dude. And, man, I'm telling you, like, watching that reaction from Saleh in the draft room, that's not a happy head coach. I don't care how you cut it. I don't. Like, he's smiling, but he's not shaking hands. And I get it. He's a closed-off guy. I would just be very surprised if Saleh had Tate there on his own personal draft board, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I agree with you that Saleh is probably not the happiest guy in the world that we just took Cardinal Tate. I'm sure there's plenty of other people he would have rather had. Yeah, okay, he doesn't look very happy. I mean, he's smiling.
Yeah,
he's smiling and
Maybe
and
I'm
he's
looking way
making
too
all the
much
right
into that.
gestures, but yeah, he does not look thrilled.
Maybe
So,
I'm looking way too much into that.
No. I mean, somebody said to me the other day on my Facebook that I think you're over analyzing this, and I said, dude, is that not my job as a as a podcaster? I mean, am
what
I
else
not supposed to overanalyze?
Right.
Exactly. I'm not supposed to overanalyze stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's literally what this is.
I will say my biggest shock so far is the fact that Mekhi Lemon still has not come off the board.
That is a shock. And I'll go back to that Kansas City trade. I am surprised they moved up for Delaney. That tells me that they thought teams had Delaney much higher than what he was or what he was projected. Yep. So that moving up to make that pick, I really thought when they moved up, because Arvell Reese had just gone off, Sonny Styles. I really thought that was a Sonny Styles pick. Yeah. Because why go? I understand going defense because, like I talked about, who on that Kansas City defense do you fear? But I would fear a Sonny Styles on Kansas City with Andy Reid at the helm much more than I would fear Delaney, right? Immediately. Maybe that changes down the road, but I don't know. So that one was shocking to me too. I still feel like the Titans was the biggest surprise, just not taking Reese when he was there, and even taking him over a guy like Tyson, so that's kind of where I'm at. But that my feelings will change, I'm sure.
The last pick, the Lions took Sadiq Charles, or what's his name? I think it's Sadiq Charles from Oregon, and I thought that was a crazy pick. I think that's way too high for him, but whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, you could argue. I think LA was surprising. I mean, you were spot on with it, but I don't think it was shocking, but I am surprised by that. That says a lot about what they think.
Another offensive
lineman. Goodness.
So
that's heavy.
Now it becomes even more apparent.
Bro, I don't know that
the Titans might take an offensive lineman in the second round because they are getting depleted in the first round.
I think it's less likely because
what's crazy is Steele or what is his name? Damn it! Come on, brain. God, the guy from Georgia is still on the board. I cannot believe. Freeling, that's his name, Monroe Freeling. I cannot believe that these guards are going before Monroe Freeling or these tackles. It's just the kid is talented as hell. He's long, he's 6'7".
So right now, Mekhi Lemon obviously is still the best available. And man, you're right. I guess that interview killed because what else could have? But Monroe Fleming is number 2. Jermon McCoy is ranked as the number 3 cornerback.
Yeah.
Is it going to shock you if he falls to the second? Because I still think it's likely.
It is extremely likely. More picks come in, and these guys are taking offensive. Holy crap! Minnesota's picks already in. These guys are taking offensive linemen as premier picks. So yeah, the more offensive linemen come off the board, the more it is likely that McCoy and Hood could see the second.
And I'm saying, I think Hood goes before McCoy, and you've still got that player. Is it out of Clemson? Yeah, Avison Terrell, who's ranked just behind Jermon McCoy and just in front of Colton Hood. But I can see Jermon McCoy being the third out of those guys to get drafted.
Oh wow, that's a big shocker right there, Caleb Banks.
Yeah.
What? That high? He's like in the 20s or 30s, I think.
Yeah, so he was ranked 19th overall.
Yeah.
That's
going.
I mean, if you look at what they needed, though. Here, I'm going to mute for just a second while my dog calms down. Time out. My apologies. It wouldn't be a show if we didn't have one difficulty. I'll
There
be
you
all
go,
right.
man. So Carolina's on the clock. They definitely need weapons over there, so I could see this being another spot Makai Lemon could go. Jermod McCoy could go here. Colton Hood could go here. I mean, I just think that's what's up. I don't see any edges that are worth taking at this point in the draft yet. We still haven't got to that tier 2 point. So yeah, I think this is probably where Makai Lemon comes off the board. If I was Carolina and I was looking at Makai Lemon, Jermon McCoy, or another, there's just not anybody else that fits well with them. So I think this is where Lemon goes.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Another weapon for okay.
Yeah, I think this is probably where it's either him or maybe McCoy, Hood. One of those cornerbacks could come off here because cornerbacks are a real big need for the Carolina Panthers. Do you think we trade up into the first round? Yeah, it's a very good possibility. It depends on who exactly
don't know if you
he
have
wants.
The firepower.
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on who he's going up to get. I was sitting here thinking to myself, who, in the third round, we could still land Mike Washington. That's a pretty darn good pick at running back. I think he's going to be really good. And not that we really need a running back, but that would allow us to trade off Tony Pollard, who's an aging running back who isn't the best at vision or is taking off plays, one or the other.
Could you look at moving Ridley to the Chiefs and getting back at pick 29 if you've got a guy like Jermon McCoy there? Or I would even argue if you've got a guy like who's the next best available edge left?
God, it's the guy I just said his name like 30 minutes ago. Zion Young.
Yes. Is Zion Young worth moving back into the first round for if you're giving up Calvin Ridley? I don't think so.
I mean, yes. For me, yeah, that's a good trade-off, but I don't think Zion Young at the rate that we're going right now, with as many offensive linemen have come off the board, I don't think Zion Young gets taken. Of course, I don't know, man.
So
who's
that's worth
really
it?
The next
who's worth it that we think would be there?
Parker's pretty good too.
I'm looking down.
Howell, that's another one that might be there.
Man,
but
I would have loved to get. I would have loved to get a Casey Concepcion in the second round. But
dude, there's no way we're going wide receiver.
No, I'm saying I would have much rather not taken Tate and gone somebody like a Casey Concepcion or a Chris Brazzell in the second round. Even Zachary Brandt. I'm sorry, I'm off this. I just don't know if anybody's even worth.
There he is.
Getting back.
Freeland just Georgia got taken. Boy. Yeah. It's a good pick. Yeah, nice tall boy there, Bud Light. Put that down for a second when you're hugging the dude on camera, man. Come on, man. Bud Light paying you, buddy? Oh, man. Mom is a yoga instructor. How is that a damn stat? Come on now. What the hell are y'all doing, ESPN? No, this is NFL. Damn it. This is the NFL network I'm watching here. Come on, guys. Anyway, I can tell you as a Georgia fan, this guy is an absolute beast. You want to talk about getting to the second level on a run play? This dude will absolutely maul people. He is a Skoronski type player.
As much as I hate to admit it, any offensive lineman coached by Kirby Smart, I got faith in him. You know,
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was at with
His name
JC
is
Latham.
Isaiah
Like, I
Wilson.
didn't love the pick, but I'm like, you know, Alabama dude coached by Saban, offensive lineman. Like,
Probably going to be good. Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Rutledge in the second.
Man,
You know, I don't like Rutledge until the third, but I mean, it could be. I really feel strongly that we are going to go offensive lineman in the second, but yeah, I don't like Rutledge till the third, so that's a little high on him.
Ooh, this Eagles pick though.
Who'd they get?
Oh, what a wide receiver room they shall have. Man, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith,
dude.
and Mekhi Lemon.
No,
Can you
freaking
imagine?
Way.
Can you imagine the personalities?
No, they're trading AJ. They're trading AJ.
Imagine to who?
There is no way you can get me
you
to convince that they're going to have those three guys on a team. There's no way. Holy cow.
What a room.
Unbelievable.
What a
Unbelievable. Room. What is wrong with the Eagles in thinking that they can keep taking these bad character guys?
Because they won a Super Bowl with them, right? Like,
all right.
They've done it. They've done it.
Touche, salesman.
And honestly, like, no, that's it. Like, and honestly, because Nick Sirianni just has this edge about him where he can take dudes with these big personalities and just make it work, right? Like, they've been in the conversation for the last 4 years. They've got a ring. They probably should have got one last year. Like, they had a good case for it. I mean, they made it work. Like, and I'm telling you, if I'm A.J. Brown, I'm looking at this and absolutely loving it, because now I've got not only Devontae Smith to take pressure off me, but now you're bringing in a dude like Mekhi Lemon. I can be open all day. I'm going to be in one-on-one coverage nearly every play. This could be a very bold move by the Eagles, and it could work. I mean, I don't know. I just say this to say I'm not in the camp of A.J. Brown's getting traded. I think they may try to make this work and see what happens.
I'm not really a big fan of that pick. I don't think that the Eagles – I just think that's a bad pick. But, you know, hey, I was surprised that he's still on the board. I'm not surprised that, you know, he goes there. I definitely think this heightens the chance of A.J. Brown getting traded before the season starts.
I don't know.
So, you know, look out for the Eagles to make a big move in the next month.
I mean, hey, the Titans just keep adding them on. Maybe they work something out.
Please no. Look, I don't. We would have loved to have had A.J. Brown the last 3 years, but I don't want him anymore, man. I mean, he's still playing at a really high level, but the diva, man.
That room is very full. You are more than full. I'm really curious to see what Pittsburgh does here, because obviously we know there's still questions surrounding Aaron Rodgers. I'm curious to see what they do with this pick. Do they just try to stack on the defense? Do they try to get another weapon? Do they possibly look at a quarterback? I mean, look, I think last year there were some surprises with Jackson Dart in the first round. I don't know. Maybe they've got a dude they love. Maybe Aller, maybe Nussmeier. Maybe they just were. Did they visit? Do you know? I'd be curious to see.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know exactly who the Steelers got on their visits because I hate the fucking Steelers, but I mean, I think this is a spot where McCoy could go, just because
They did host Drew Aller.
it's a good pick. Dylan Thieman's still on the board, but he's a little undersized, so I don't know if he really works for what they want. Other offensive, it would be an offensive lineman probably. I know I keep saying that, but I just feel like that's probably going to be the pick, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm,
Blake Miller, maybe.
Every year when you host the draft, obviously the fans are going to want something impactful. So
is this where Max goes?
Who is announcing this? Oh, Styx. This is the Renegade. Okay.
What?
They put on a show. They do the Renegade. The song by Styx. That's their little hype, whatever. Yeah, they're doing a little rendition right now.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Jesus Christ of Nazareth could have been on the board, and the Steelers are still going to pick an offensive lineman. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm guessing you're a Steelers fan? Or, yeah. AJ going to New England. I agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Man, I'll be honest with you. I've had this theory all year. I've had this theory all offseason. I think Jackson Slater probably is going to be the starter at right guard. And the only thing that makes me confident of that is the fact that they haven't signed Zeitler yet. And if you don't see Zeitler signed, if we don't get an offensive guard or sign Zeitler in the next 2 weeks, you can pretty much put that on.
You don't really have a choice, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But I really feel like that is a good move. Because I feel like he held up pretty decently in the limited time he saw in the last game. But no, my cousin is. I'm a diehard Titan fan. There you go, brother. I work with a lady that I really care for a lot that's a Steelers fan, so I get it, man. Yeah, let's see. What O-lineman did they take? Renegade. By the way, if you have not heard Chris Daughtry's version of the Renegade song, check that shit out.
Really?
Oh, man. It's amazing.
Who all they got out here? Is that the bus?
Porter, Ben Roethlisberger, Lynn Swan. They're still going. They're still doing the song. Jesus Lord. The Steelers get this awesome freaking because it's in Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. They're hosting, so it's got to be impactful. Like whoever this pick is, right. It better be good.
All right, my bad.
Who was the Titans pick when they hosted? That was what year was that?
Wait, the year we hosted?
Yeah.
That was 2000 and damn it.
What was that draft pick? Do you remember the year that they hosted, what the draft pick was? Tennessee.
I feel like it's awful. Host. Isaiah Wilson?
Was that? No, because that was the COVID year. And that was Borgonzi's excuse because they didn't get to meet face-to-face. They had to do it through Zoom. So that was the COVID year. I don't think they did. They didn't even do a let's see, Tennessee.
Oh, that might have been
2019. So the year before COVID. So Titans 2019 draft pick. Oh, that was the Jeffrey Simmons pick. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, so Jeffrey Simmons was drafted when they hosted. Yeah, that's pretty impactful. Oh, they actually took an offensive lineman.
Yeah, they took Max, man. They took the coolest player's name on the board. No, yeah, I actually I was there, so I don't know how. I don't remember that Simmons was the pick, but yeah.
Yeah, and there was some, and remember there was some controversy behind that, right? Because the video had came out with the assault.
Yep.
And Amy had took a chance on him, and I think that was actually, we were surprised by that pick, right?
Shocked.
Because he had
Yeah.
fallen out
Way
of
off.
the first round on some people's boards, right? So that, I mean, yeah. So I guess crazier things have happened, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I really expected Jeffrey Simmons to be drafted in the second round that year. I was pretty
I don't
surprised.
remember my initial thoughts, like how, if I was upset. I honestly can't. And that's the crazy thing about these drafts is you have that initial reaction,
Yep.
and then over the course of, by the time we hit the season, it's almost a moot point, right? Because you've convinced yourself of it one way or another most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to look back at a draft pick and be upset about it when the season started. I can't really remember one that just blatantly comes to mind. Even Isaiah Wilson, right? Like he was Panda. He was Panda. And he didn't show up to the voluntary training camps, and we're like, well, it's fine. It's Panda. Like, it's cool. And eventually that turned into a disaster, but I've always convinced myself of it one way or another.
For me, it doesn't matter who the Titans draft. Come camp time, come July, I will be a 100% Carnell Tate supporter.
Oh, absolutely.
Wanting him to succeed as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Because I'm just a fan of the Titans. And that's who they picked. So,
yeah.
Gonna be the best wide receiver in the NFL, right?
Yup. So we got 20. We're at 22. We got 9 picks left. I guess, how many till the Titans? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 picks for the Titans.
13, 14.
So looking at best available,
there's a lot of people still on the board, man.
I'm just kind of doing the math here. Obviously, Jermon McCoy is still at the top of the board. You've got a couple safeties. Akeem Messidor, I do not think makes it to the second round.
No, as a matter of fact,
obviously the best remaining edge.
I think he might actually go to the Los Angeles Chargers here.
That's what I was just watching. You still got Keldrick Falk there. He might make it to the second. I'm just not seeing anybody that excites me. Now, look, if Zion Young is there, I don't hate that pick, right? Like, I still think he's a good talent. Oh, there's Messidor. Yep, sure enough.
Bam.
Called it.
Man, I'm telling you, I did a lot of homework.
You killed it. Yeah, you killed it. Absolutely.
I've done a lot of homework on this draft. I just didn't know what the hell the Titans were going to do because, like I said, Borgonzi fleeced the entire league, man. All the media and everybody.
That's wild. That is wild. Yep.
Now,
I don't know, man. I think my best case scenario here is probably Jermon McCoy to fall.
Yep.
Or for Zion Young to still be there.
I thought you were talking about the very next pick. My bad. Dallas is finally on the board.
I think Jermon McCoy to Dallas here makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was just about to say this is where Jermon McCoy gets drafted.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
Way too much sense for them not to take him.
Yeah. And look, if I'm Dallas, if I'm Dallas, I could have done a lot worse, right? If that injury doesn't turn out to be a problem with McCoy, and then who did they get on there? I didn't love their first round pick, but I can't remember. Let's see.
It was
Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs. I mean, look.
Yeah. Holy shit! If they take two,
you're right. Injury. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. Because if I've got Caleb Downs, do I really need Jermon McCoy?
Well, I still think you need a definite cornerback. So if you're not taking McCoy, I think Terrell is the pick.
That's a tough sell, though, because you still need some offensive help, in my mind. I think if I'm looking at best available,
man, all 4 of their top needs are defense. Cornerback, safety, linebacker, and edge. Tight end is the only thing they need on offense, and there's just no good tight ends right now.
But, I mean, I think you could benefit from, like, an Omar Cooper I don't know. This
I
may be a
agree.
little early for that, but I just
Well, if they're trying to trade off Pickens still, if they're just dead set that they don't want Pickens and they're going to trade him off, then yeah, you got to take the Cooper.
Omar Cooper.
Yeah, it'd have to be either Cooper or Brazel.
Yeah, and I think it's way too early for Brazel.
Yeah,
I still think Casey Concepcion might go before Brazel, which is just crazy to think that the Titans could have gotten Brazel in the second round, right? Like as many offensive linemen that have gone, either Brazel or Concepcion's going to be there. One of those two. Hell, you may even have
Hood.
You may even have who's the other? Denzel Boston from Washington. You may even have him there in the second round. Like, it's just crazy to think that you could have gotten that type of wide receiver in the second and an Arvell Reese in the first.
Yep.
That bothers me a little bit.
Yep.
I think an Arvell Reese and Salah's defense, and look, because Jeremiah Love wasn't there, that's obviously still best case scenario. But when Jeremiah Love went and Arvell Reese was on the board, that just made the most sense. Get Salah's dude for his defense, and then you can still get a Brazel. I don't know. That's
it though. You can't. I mean, we got as much as I want to. Yeah, we could still do that. But as much as I want to, you have to eliminate Brazel from the equation now because we've got
absolutely.
So we're going either edge, offensive lineman, or a cornerback. I mean, or a safety. It has to be one of those picks. And I really feel like edge and cornerback are the ones that Borgonzi's really going to be looking hard at. I feel like if Hood is there or Zion Young is there or man, I can't think of a good offensive lineman that I would like to take in the second round.
They're gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
Like, literally. You've got Caleb Lomu from Utah, but I don't even know that he's there. Like,
I'll be honest with you.
Chase Basantis, I had him mocked in my last one.
Yeah, okay.
I had him mocked in the second on my last one. So, I mean, that's a possibility.
That's viable. Yeah, that's viable. I really feel like, though, that Slater is going to be at least tried in camp at right guard, or that's their plan right now. So I think if they're going to take an offensive lineman, I would think it would be a center, and that's more around 66.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could still come away with Connor Lew or something like that in the second round, but I would lose my damn mind.
Yeah.
If we took Carnell Tate and Connor Lew as our first
I just think your best options here are going to be Jermon McCoy. If he's there, I would say I'm not even going to say Keldrick Fault. I would say Zion Young, Cassius Howell, and Colton Hood. I think it's going to be those four dudes. And not all of them will be there, but I think at least two of those four will be there, and that'll be the pick. I just think that's best case scenario, but they took Cardinal Tate at number 4, so I don't know.
No, I think you're right, dude. I really do. I think you're right on it. Thielman's still on the board. Again, way undersized, so I didn't really expect him to go really early, but. Yeah.
Malachi Lawrence.
Wow. I don't know what you said, but you pissed Lou Man off. It's all right. It don't take a whole lot to piss Lou Man off.
It's all right, man. That's a little surprising. I didn't have Malachi Lawrence there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That's early.
Yeah, they must really like something about him.
Well, like I said, they are definitely looking to replace Parsons. Is this not the best? The best comp I can come up with this from the draft is when the Titans traded away A.J. Brown and then tried to draft Treylon Burks to replace him.
How'd that work out?
That's what this feels like.
Yeah, I don't love that from
Yeah,
Dallas.
Cowboys couldn't get Arvell Reese or Bailey, so their idea, I guess, is to pick up Lawrence. I just think that's a bad pick.
I think I would have preferred Omar Cooper there. Give Dak a weapon. Um, you got Downs there, man. He's emotional, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he's emotional because he didn't think he was going to get picked that high.
Yeah. Where was
He's
he?
tripping right now. He's like, "Damn, I went first round."
Where was he ranked? Tell me
He
that
is
already.
not even the next. I think he was like the third edge or fourth edge, maybe. Let's see here. We got David Bailey, Mesidor, Kendrick Falk, Cassius Howe, T.J. Parker. Holy crap!
Yeah, he's down.
Mekhi
right?
Lawrence, of course. Yeah, I was gonna say Mekhi Lawrence is like low second round pick area. Like 54 is
That's-
where I'm seeing him at.
That's bold.
That is a very, very bold pick. Damn. I mean, I knew it was reachy, but geez.
Huh.
We'll see, I suppose. He does have a very similar build and skill set of Parsons. So, I mean, it really goes to say that they're just trying to do exactly what we did. Didn't see us do that, apparently.
Again, it still surprises me there wasn't a trade up from them.
Man.
I don't think Caleb Downs was a bad pick by any means, but it really surprises me that they couldn't get something done with the Cardinals or Tennessee to get a Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese. I don't know. That still surprises me.
I agree, and I think me and Bobby Andrews are on the same wavelength here because, like, I feel like I just said that a little bit ago. If we don't re-sign Zeitler, then you can pretty much just lock in Slater. It would be interesting to see Trotter. I think he's a good offensive lineman. I just think that if we're going to take an offensive lineman, it's probably going to be center, not offensive guard. So we'll see how that plans out. I mean, we still, I guess, could try to trade up into into the end of the first round, but I don't think so. The way this draft is playing out, if I was Borgonzi, I would be comfortable sitting at 35 and be able to make my pick as to who I think is the best player available.
Who has improved their team the most so far in your mind?
That's a good question.
I'm kind of reviewing now just to see.
The Giants?
I was
the Giants.
The Giants have done a really good job. I think getting Arvell Reese at 5, and then Magoa, the tackle at 10. I think that's a really solid. Like you gave Jackson Dart a little bit of help on the line, and then you shored up your defense. I think they can be dangerous next year. I don't know. Nobody else is really. I think Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think the Eagles have been the most bold, taking Mekhi Lemon there after falling as far as he did. I think that's probably the most bold move. And look, I'd make an argument for Washington too. I think Sonny Styles is a really good fit in their defense, and they've got the offense humming already. I think they can put him in a good position to win them some games.
I think I don't know. You're really high on Sonny Styles.
I am. I'm really high on Sonny Styles. I would have loved the trade back scenario where the Titans could have gotten a Sonny Styles and then a wide receiver in the second round. That was my ideal scenario. I think if they could have got to like 12, where did he go, Sonny Styles? Well, he went at 7, so
yeah,
maybe that's not even feasible. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll say this. With the way the draft is going, we could probably trade back in the second round and still be able to get a player that I would consider a good pick in the second round.
Oh, there's Concepcion. So
Damn, I did not see him going to the Browns, man. I'm sorry.
I would say Brazel's probably your best remaining wide receiver at this point, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be either him, Cooper, or Bernard. I guess it just depends.
Well, you've got Denzel Boston. Yeah,
Boston, I forgot about him.
I think I'd still take Cooper over Brazel. I know you're high on Brazel, but I still think I'd take Cooper over Brazel.
I get it. I mean, hey.
Where is Vegas picking? There's a chance. Is there a chance they could get Mendoza's top receiver? I mean,
yeah.
That would be interesting. I'll see it. So they don't have another first. I mean, it's possible. I guess you've got – I'm curious to see what Buffalo does. That one interests me. That could actually be a good landing spot for Cooper with Josh Allen. I think that's a good possibility. Texans, I don't really know where the Texans would go. Kansas City's got another pick. Patriots, that's interesting too. I'm kind of fascinated to see what they do at 29. What are they, 29, 30? No, they're 31.
Yeah.
So those are probably the remaining ones that intrigue me.
Browns, oh man, this is a tough one for the Browns, but I think you got to take Emmanuel Warren at this point. If you're the Browns, it's the best safety on the board
for the Bears. You mean?
That is what I meant. Yeah, the Bears, okay. Not the Browns.
Yeah,
sorry, it's getting late for me.
No, me too, man. I was looking to see who's their top receiver right now. I know they've got somebody good. I can't think off the top of my head.
What is his name? Dunzy.
Nah, hold on.
God, it's a Dunzy something.
Romaduzier.
There you go.
Okay, and they've got Luther Burden, Khalif Raymond. Well, and I was going to say, I wouldn't be shocked if they went wide receiver here because, I mean, you've kind of put – like you're kind of putting all your cards into it's escaping Caleb Williams. Kind of putting all your cards into Caleb Williams, so it wouldn't shock me if they went to get him some help. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. It's right now, like I said, it's so hard to excuse me. It's hard to pick this deep in the draft.
You're getting into those picks where it's just like who's at the top of their board, best available. Yeah. I just kind of hope I kind of hope Jermon McCoy keeps falling, honestly. The more and more I think about it, the less I hate that pick. And that's if Colton Hood's not there, which I'm assuming he's not.
I was going to say, I'm not going to lie. I'd be happy with Colton Hood or Jermon McCoy. I think that's probably about where it goes from there. I don't know, man. I'm not really high on – well, I don't know. Chris Johnson I like a lot, but I think he's more of a third-round draft pick than a second-round draft.
So if you're between – right now as it sits, if you're between Zion Young and Jermon McCoy, does the injury for Jermon McCoy – obviously I think he has the more upside and talent. Does that scare you enough to take Zion Young over him if he's there?
No.
Really? Okay.
No, I'm still taking McCoy, yeah.
Okay.
No, I feel like a year off for McCoy, that should be enough.
A year and a half, bro. Like that's what.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. As somebody who really follows Tennessee, like I follow the Vols as much as I follow the Titans, and it was just a very odd situation of he's back, he's on track, he's ready to return, and then it's like, okay, he's going to be ready by training camp, and then training camp comes and he's not ready, and it's like, well, we're good. He's on pace to be ready by the season. And then the season starts and he's week to week. And it just like, I don't know. It was just a very odd situation. And I don't know if it was the fact of him wanting to sit out or the medical staff holding him out like that. I don't know that that was ever properly addressed. So was there a culture problem? Like you had this weird situation where Nico left, and then obviously some guys were on Team Nico and some guys were Team Tennessee. And it just seems like there was this rift for a moment. And I don't know. And I'm not saying there are character issues, but it's very odd that a player sits out for a year and a half, doesn't do the combine, does his pro day, and then a story drops that he may need another surgery. Like, I want to think that that's all just smoke, but the whole situation at Tennessee was so weird that it just gives me pause when I see this, right? Like, I don't know. That's my biggest fear. Caleb Farley, right? That's worst case scenario. When I think Jermon McCoy, worst case scenario, I think Caleb Farley. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that gives me pause. But again, the upside's so high that if he falls and he's there, but look, let's be honest, that's the only reason he's made it this far, right? Like he's talent-wise, he's a top 10 talent. The only
absolutely
he's dropped to this point is because of the story about the injury.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that there's another surgery coming up, don't know if that's smoke or not, but yeah, that is what's keeping him from being drafted.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
There's Dylan Thiemann.
Obviously, at this point, I just don't know if it's worth trading up for anyone. I think that's pretty much off the board. I think best case scenario for the Titans here are the two corners and the two edges making it. Which you've got 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So 11 more picks, right?
Yep.
To the Titans. So I don't know. I think at this point it's just best available, but I do feel like it has to be defense. That's kind of.
I mean, I would almost have to agree with you on that just because of the fact that we've I honestly might lose my damn mind if I'm right and we take an offensive lineman in the second round. I might actually just go nuts.
Who, and I'll ask you this because I know we'll probably wrap up here shortly, but who is the biggest loser so far in your mind?
Dallas.
Yeah, I can see that.
Easy. I don't even have to think about it. I mean, they had a surefire plan as to coming into the draft of we're going to trade away Pickens, get this $27 million contract off of us, and we're going to be able to pick one of the premier players in the top 5 picks of the draft. Really felt like that's how they thought they were going to work this draft. And then it comes in, nobody's interested in their picks. They end up picking right where they're at. And if you ask me, the edge pick of Mekhi Lawrence is way too
That's
early.
a little baffling.
Huge reach. So I think that's probably, your biggest losers are Dallas.
I think long term, I think I could make an argument for Kansas City here. Moving up and giving up your 3rd round pick to get Delaney at number 6. I think long term that may come back to bite because look, who is there? I just love making these comps, but I mean, who are they hoping to get in a Delaney? To me, that's a L'Jarius Sneed, right? they're trying to get what their version of L'Jarius Sneed was. Obviously not the Titans version, but if that doesn't pan out kind of quickly, I think you've put yourself in a spot to where you have an albeit very good but aging Patrick Mahomes, who has lost some weapons, who is coming off of an injury, who even before the injury had kind of a lackluster season, right? Now you've given up a 3rd-round pick next year to move up to take a cornerback. I don't know. Like, to me, that's a little bold. I don't know that a Delaney was a much better option than a Colton Hood, if I'm being totally honest. There's definitely more upside. He definitely has a higher ceiling. But if we're talking immediate impact, if we're talking about Patrick Mahomes window, I don't know that's couldn't come back to bite him later on, you know?
I agree with you, man. I really thought that's where Mekhi Lemon was going to go because I thought they were going to try to get him
absolutely.
That, you know. So,
and that's an Andy Reid type of dude. Like that.
Concepcion would have made sense there too.
Yes, 100%. But to move up to get Delaney, that when obviously you could have stayed and you see the talent that would have still been there at their original pick. I'm not saying they would have got Delaney, but they could have got a very good wide receiver to give Patrick Mahomes that Tyreek Hill-esque player, right?
They moved up 3 spots.
Yeah, it just – I don't know. They must have really saw something they liked in Delaney. I just don't know that that's what puts them back in playoff contention. Like, we may see that dynasty slowly coming to a close.
All right, let's shit on the Texans for picking Caitlin Rutledge.
Another offensive lineman.
That is a huge reach at this point. I was talking earlier about Caitlin Rutledge being maybe a 3rd-round pick. At best, he's a 2nd-round pick. To pick him in the 1st round is, in my opinion, crazy.
Yeah.
That's just nuts, in my opinion. Now, here is an interesting...
49ers traded to Miami. Interesting.
Okay, that is not what I thought was going to happen, so I guess... It's still an interesting pick, though. I mean, who are they moving up to grab? Their biggest needs are tackle, edge, and wide receiver. I just don't see.
Omar
I mean,
Cooper?
Denzel. Yeah, I was going to say Cooper or Washington's got to go here, right?
I mean, unless they think an edge is going to go before their next pick.
Yeah, I mean, for God's sake, I mean, Zion Young is the next edge off the board, and that's
what I'm thinking. Yeah, it'd be Zion Young. Maybe
this is a 2nd-rounder.
What's their corner situation? Do they need a Jermon McCoy?
Yes, they do need a cornerback. So McCoy or Terrell could be very well be a pick here.
This could be McCoy right here. And this is
the Dolphins are on the pick?
No, that's what I said. That's who traded. San Francisco traded to the Dolphins.
Yeah, you can tell I'm getting tired.
I am kind of curious to see. Because the only one I'm really still interested in is where Jermon McCoy goes and if he falls to the 2nd round. That's really my main interest. But I'm looking to see what are the Dolphins' needs here.
Like I said, they need wide receiver, cornerback.
Okay, so we were talking about the right one. So, Omar Cooper – I think if they're going corner, I think Jermon McCoy makes sense. Edge, I don't think they'd move up for Zion.
No.
For Zion Young.
No. It's too early for Zion.
This feels like a Jermon McCoy. And the Miami is the type of team to take a chance on people. So Jermon McCoy
is true. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, this is feeling 100%. I think you're right. I think
the only argument I would make reverse is they just traded to jump ahead of Buffalo. If they thought Buffalo was taking Omar Cooper,
okay,
that's why they would have traded to that position. You see what
I'm saying? I'll be honest though. Buffalo could take Cooper or Boston and be fine.
Yeah, that's true. So unless the Dolphins have one that they love, that they just wanted to make sure they got, but yeah, I think it's either Omar Cooper or Jermon McCoy. Jermon McCoy just makes the most sense in my mind. But
Yeah, and the way he's been sliding down the board, that's probably why they traded up. Was because they were afraid he wasn't going to slide any more than he already is. I mean, we're talking about pick 27. This kid was supposed to be taken around 15.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and if not for the injury, a top 10 talent, easily.
absolutely,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I am not going to lie, though. I am getting pretty wore out. The day is catching up with me.
You
I
were
don't
good,
know
man.
if I'm going to make it all the way through the
If
first
we need to call it, we'll see if this is. I think if Jermon McCoy goes in the first round, I think this is it, right? Because
yeah, it's
Buffalo's
be.
probably going receiver. Kansas City's already took a corner. San Francisco, maybe.
I see them more edge. I don't know.
Patriots,
Maybe though, yeah.
Patriots doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think
they're going to trade for AJ.
Either way, I think they go offense. Seattle, maybe, but if Jermon McCoy's not to Miami here, I think there's a very good chance he's in the second round.
And if Jermon McCoy makes it to the second round and the Titans don't pick him, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind.
All right, pick is in. We shall see.
All right. Yeah, I was going to say, we're back from commercial now. We just got done watching the newest dick pill or whatever it
was. Texas trade up for Keelan Rutledge. Dolphins shade up for 27. I was trying to see if they told us what the Dolphins gave up. They did not.
Let's see. Dolphins, 49ers get picks number 30 and 90. So they picked so they traded their first round pick and their third round pick.
Third round picks have been moving.
Yeah. Oh
wow, man! I'm telling you, I think the next corner off the board is Colton Hood and then Jermon McCoy. He's going to be there. I truly think Jermon McCoy is going to be there. Do you?
Man, I'm not going to lie. I was really hoping that Chris Johnson was going to be a choice for the Titans tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. I think that kid is talented. I don't think he's as talented as Hood or McCoy. So I obviously think he's a reach. But
I thought Hood would have gone first and then him and then McCoy. I did think McCoy would be the third off of those. But yeah, I'm surprised that they went. I'm surprised that they went with him over Hood. I think Hood would have been a better option here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Chris Johnson.
So I'm telling you, one of those dudes is going to be there. Either Jermon McCoy or Colton Hood's going to be there. It's got to be either that or Zion Young, right? Like it's either whoever's left of those two or Zion Young. I think that's options.
Yeah, it's got to be, man. You got to give Solid some love in the first 3 rounds. And this is the best way to do it. Don't give him your first round, but you give him your second round. You say, hey, man, look, the second best pick we got was for you. Obviously I'm going to take my pick for first. You get second, and then I'm going to go back for third.
Yeah. So last thing I'll ask you. So you got
another trade.
Patriots moved up? Okay, I'll wait on this one. I am a little curious here. You can go. I'll stay on for this one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the damn Patriots do here too. Because what have they got going on right now?
What's their needs?
I mean, defensive tackle, and tight end are their big needs. But I mean, you could also argue safety, cornerback.
Did they get Cooper? Did they go wide receiver? You traded with Buffalo, which I would have thought Buffalo would have been.
Yeah, Cooper is perfect. I mean, that's a wide receiver that fits A.J. Brown's demeanor and everything. So I think that's probably a good pick.
Oh,
Oh my God.
wow.
They took an offensive tackle that I didn't even have on. Jeez.
Wow, dude.
Caleb
This is
Lomu.
so just to add this up, man, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 offensive linemen taken in the first round. In the
Yeah,
first
bro, but
28
this
picks.
tackle is rated somewhere around 66 pick. So we're talking about a third
Crazy.
round tackle that just got taken in the first round, and they traded up to get him.
Wow.
So either Mike Vrabel's spending way too much time with Diana, or they just don't. Damn, I'm sorry, I was low blow. It's below the belt. But yeah, no, I just think that's a hell of a reach, man. That is a crazy reach.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is a great thing about the draft. This is what makes the draft exciting for me. Because you have no idea who these people are going to take. And I mean, like this, the Dallas picks, the Chiefs moving up three spots to get. I mean, just all this. That's why I like the draft. It's completely
It's chaos.
unpredictable. There is no way you can predict this shit.
I'm a little surprised. That's 32% of the picks so far have been offensive linemen. Over a quarter of the first round picks have been offensive linemen. That's a little shocking, but all right.
I did say it was a bad draft for talent in premium positions. The most safe picks are offensive linemen, and look at them fall off the board in the first round. A lot of these GMs are nervous, man, because nowadays in the NFL, if you don't produce, you get fired. So, wow, Chiefs picks already in. That was quick. I mean, we've only got 4 more picks to go, bro. I might as well
you, man.
suffer through it.
It's up to you.
No, it's cool, man. My eyes are swimming, and I'm sweating in places I didn't know I could sweat in. But we're good. We're all good. That's not true, man. I sweat in places. God bless. Last 3 hours of my day was spent in direct sunlight trying to program a 2018 GMC Sierra 2500. That's a bitch.
Man, Carnell Tate's just so surprising. It just keeps rolling across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most shocking picks in the NFL draft. Like I said,
it's
you never
just
know
a little
these teams
crazy
gonna
because we said who's the biggest winner of the draft so far, and it's the Giants, right? And what are their picks? Offensive lineman.
I don't want to say.
Or it's Arvell Reese and an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Arvell Reese, an offensive lineman. What would have been best case scenario for the Titans? Probably for Cam Ward's success. And what was there? It was probably edge and offensive lineman. So you look again. I'm probably wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe Carnell Tate comes in and he just is your AJ Brown.
Lights it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the goal, right? But this was surprising.
Yeah, man. Not exactly the way I thought our day was going to be.
Yeah.
And it just makes me that much more interested in the second round pick now. I mean, I am so much more invested in the second round pick than I was before this. If we would have picked Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love or one of those picks that I thought was possible, I mean, I wouldn't even be thinking about it. I probably wouldn't even still be watching the draft. I would probably be like, all right, guys, I'm good. I'm going to go sit and chill and relax. A long day. But no, I'm interested to see how this unfolds because now I'm twice as invested in pick 35. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Look, I still think there's a lot of upside. I do.
And it could be worse. It could be the Cowboys right now.
Again, I can't stress enough. You said it perfectly. Like, the most success the Titans have had in recent times have been these late round picks, right? The goal was to get as many top 100s picks as possible, right? Like that was the goal. You could argue there was a situation where they could have traded back and done something a little differently, but you still have the same game plan, right? You got the offensive weapon that you wanted to get the first round. We're not in the meetings. We don't know. Obviously, they thought that Cardell Tate was the second best offensive player in this draft. You can debate that all day, but you did what you wanted to do in the first round. As long as you shore this up in the second and third, I think you can still, and you've got 2 in the fourth, right?
Yep. Fifth.
So 2 in the fifth, you can still turn this into a very, very good draft and have immediate impactful players. Maybe Carnell Tate's best time is 2 years down the road, but you can still add true depth and true value to this team in these later rounds. Here's the pick. Man,
Peter Woods. Another lineman.
Defensive side.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
I knew that.
He's defensive tackle. But, man, I'm Colton Hood, Jermon McCoy, Zion Young.
One of them is going to be there.
One of them's there. I just
I'll be honest, I wouldn't be upset with either one of the three, but damn it, they might pull a Tate on us.
Honestly, I think out of those three, I think Jermon McCoy scares me the most just because of the injury, right? Because again, the ceiling is
phenomenal.
Great, right? The floor is Caleb Farley. Literally. I mean, that's it. So I think I don't know if the benefits outweigh the downside, but I guess we'll see what they think if he's there.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be an interesting pick. I probably would take my chances on McCoy. But yeah, I don't know. You know, as a GM, I might have a different tune if my job depended on it.
So I'm looking, let's see. The Jets' biggest needs: quarterback, wide receiver, offensive guard, corner. I mean, I guess you can make an argument if they're going best available, Jermon McCoy. I just don't see it here. Wide receiver, you still got Omar Cooper there. Offensive guard's just completely depleted at this point.
Yeah,
I think it's either Denzel Boston or Omar Cooper here. I think they go wide receiver. And that leaves Buffalo and Seattle.
Yeah,
Seattle,
I mean,
biggest need, wide receiver. I'm kind of shocked. That tells me Buffalo thinks that either Denzel Boston or – well, and I guess they were right because now you're going to have your pick of either Denzel Boston or Omar Cooper, whichever one's left.
Yep.
So kind of smart on Buffalo's part. I mean, that was a pretty good trade for them, in my opinion.
Yep. And I mean, that's the – I guess if you're good enough in your evaluation or, you know, like you say, you just get in the position where you see there are enough players that are on your board that favor you. You can trade down a couple spots and still get the guy you wanted or a guy you wanted. But, yeah, I feel like New York's probably going to be Denzel Boston here. Could be Cooper, too. Either one would be a good pick for them, really. Oh, we're about to find out.
There it is, Omar Cooper. So, Omar Cooper to the Jets. I'm going to go ahead and assume Denzel Boston to Buffalo. And then that just leaves Seattle.
Yep. Who could pick McCoy or Terrell? Either one.
I was looking at their needs to see running back, edge, corner. So that's probably I could see a Zion Young or a Jermon McCoy there.
Yep.
But yeah, either way, I think if you're the Titans, you're in a pretty good spot. I'm happy with what's more than likely going to be remaining. Worst case scenario is the Jets go back to the number 1 overall pick in the second round. Worst case scenario is Seattle takes Colton Hood or Jermod McCoy. Then San Francisco takes Zion Young, and then you have Seattle come back and take an edge. Or I don't know. There is an opportunity, I guess you could say, where all three of those dudes go off, but
it leaves us in a favorable position.
Yeah, fair enough.
It definitely leaves us in a favorable position. And I'll be honest, yeah, I just can't hold out anymore. So this is going to be it.
Fair enough.
Any final thoughts before we wrap it up, man?
No, man, I'm going to I'm gonna sleep on this, see how I feel tomorrow. I'm sure feelings, thoughts will change one way or another. But no, thank y'all for hanging out with us. This was definitely fun.
It was
3
fun.
hours. 3 hours is a long show, but we got through it. We appreciate y'all sticking through. And yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, man. Till next time, tighten up.
Peace out.
Peace out.